Alright, feel golden. So, we are back. It's a little weird because we are recording on a Saturday rather than a Thursday as usual. But circumstances kind of led to this, but it's okay. It's just a minor little bump on the road, and we are able to be here for the 199th episode of the Hypecast, which is crazy because we're just one away from the 200. Now, it would have been kind of cool if it was the EVO episode, but I think if we took a break, I think that literally would have been perfect. But we don't take breaks here, I guess. But I guess it just kind of
technically we do. Technically we do. When there's a dry season and when my ass is not in front of my computer.
I guess. I mean, for the most part though, we don't take like even though like this week was packed, we're taking a break because blah 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 blah. Like we usually don't do that just because like I don't know. I guess it feels natural at this point to just like talk about stuff, come here to talk about stuff. But yes, for those who are still new, the Hypecast is where we just talk about gaming stuff, but emphasis on the fighting game stuff, but also like just nerdy shit in general. So welcome for this 199th episode with yours truly, Sean, aka Hawk525, as always, with my cohort over there, ZawarudoWrrryy. Yes, there you go. You always have to point to your PlayStation. That's your hint.
It's scary that he knows where my PlayStation is. It's like
well, because you're facing that way when you're playing Apex, so that's a big hint.
You have no proof. I could be facing this way.
So I think the plan here is today the plan today is that we're going to be talking about EVO, and then we'll dedicate some time for Digimon, since I believe we both completed our default run, like the first playthrough, but we're still, I believe, on our true ending, quote unquote, run or second run, and then but we'll get to that, I guess, and then we'll fill up the rest of the time with all the other news. So let's go through the EVO stuff. But were there any highlights first off for EVO 2022? Like anything that you caught, like anything that like stuck to you, or anything like that over the past weekend?
For EVO alone, seeing this is we're going back to Street Fighter 5, the grand finals. From the loser bracket all the way to the grand finals.
Yes.
One of my main that I used to play in Hawk here,
yes.
and you can agree, was Laura.
Yes.
At first, I did not like playing her until I figured out. But just to see her just go, whoop,
yeah, no, I'm actually surprised you brought that up as your like first highlight. But yeah, go ahead.
I really wanted Laura to win, but
Idom.
but Colleen, how do you pronounce her name?
Colleen. Yeah, Colleen.
Colleen. She has really good setups and buttons. Whereas Laura is more, you have to do a lot of mix-up. Like, you cannot just go like,
Yeah, of course.
But, both players, fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Me being biased as fuck because Laura. I was like, come on, win, Laura, win for your brother who's probably gonna be in 6.
Hopefully that's the idea. Hopefully, not at launch. I think we can say that, but hopefully down the line somewhere we get Sean and Laura, so we get the Matsudas in here. But sorry, did you want to? Yeah, anything else? Yeah, anything you want to add to that, or your different stuff too?
Another highlight would be the amount of players that showed up for multiverses.
Yes. Yeah.
But I was kind of glad it wasn't 1v1 because
yeah,
taking too long. It was team matches, so I was like, oh, you know what? Thank you. That That actually sounds much more better and much more
Entertaining show.
showcasing the combos you can do. Even
And
though
yeah.
what the top 5 we saw a lot of Velmas.
Yes.
It was like Velma, a couple Supermans.
Yeah. No, it's basically Velma's and then whatever like teammate. Like there's Bugs.
Yeah.
The only different teams we saw was just two, which is the Batman and Rhine Dog, and then Wonder Woman and Tom and Jerry. That's what it was. And then literally like everything else was just Velma and whatever. So I thought that was pretty funny, but you kind of see why with Velma, she's a great teammate.
Yeah. And she also calls the cops on you.
Calls the cops. She has speech bubbles. The speech bubbles you can like kind of spam as a means of just covering range. She heals right along the way, so pretty good support overall, I'd say. And it's not too complicated. That's the thing too. That's a huge thing about Velma. She's like pretty accessible. She provides support. Not to mention she provides reduced cooldown with the big head. That's why whenever you see characters with the bigger head, that means their cooldown is reduced. That's another thing. Anything else you wanted to bring up for EVO?
I'm glad someone's back into Guilty Gear, as they haven't seen the light of day since the PS2 era, but we'll save that down the line.
We'll definitely talk about that. If you're referring to the character announcements and stuff like that. So, but there's plenty of news to talk about, like big news to talk about when it comes to it. But I just wanted to like ask you if there's any like moments from EVO that like stuck out to you, or like you just thought was really cool or something, or.
It's probably gonna like hit me once we start like going into the EVO.
For sure, yeah.
Yep.
So, if I may, I mean, I also wanted to add in on the Street Fighter Grand Finals, Street Fighter 5 Grand Finals, where it was Idom versus Kawano. Kawano was the Colleen player, and you know, but we gotta talk about Idom though. He had an incredible, like you said, he had an incredible losers bracket run with his Laura. And he just picked Laura. That's it. He didn't pull out the poison, man.
Yeah, he didn't switch. He just like bang.
He pulled out the Laura. and here's the thing, right? It's because Japanese players don't really know how to fight Laura, because there's no like top Laura player in Japan. Funny enough, now, I'm sure there are people who play Laura, but I don't think there are people who specialize Laura. I don't think anyway. I don't really see them. No, I don't think I'm alone on that. So I think that's like a huge part of it. It's just that they just lack the knowledge on Laura for the most part. The same thing happened with Birdie. You know, with Men-RD, if anyone remembers that from Capcom Cup, he was able to take the Capcom Cup because he played it. He was the premier Birdie player who came out of nowhere and won against Tokido in Grand Finals. And funny enough, after that, he was immediately nerfed to the ground by Capcom. That's why you don't really see him all that often anymore, unfortunately. But that's what happened. And I think the same thing happened here. The same thing happened with Laura. Laura is just that character where Japan just doesn't really have that much experience. Hence, you know, being able. But although, granted, Daigo was very close to beating Idom and knocking him out of the losers bracket, but Idom pulled through. And so, and then I think he beat also Gachi-kun, and yeah, and all that stuff. And also Tokido. That Tokido was also beaten as well. But before that, we can't forget this too. He also beat Mr. Crimson, who is a top European player from France. So that's also another thing we must mention. You know, I feel like a lot of people talk about the Japanese players because, well, the Japanese players are top Street Fighter players, so that can't be helped. But we have to mention, you know, Mr. Crimson, I feel. But anyway, yes, incredible losers run. Probably like one of the most insane losers runs of all time. Let's just put it that way. But despite that, incredible run and that incredible grand finals match, even taking it to the very, very end after the bracket reset by Item, of course, because he beat Kawano in the first one, and so the reset happened. But much to Kawano's credit, he was able to come back. He was able to adapt by that time and clutched it out very much to the by the very end of it, and that was crazy. I know I was watching. I was having that watch party on my live stream on youtube.com/talk525, by the way. But anyway, just gotta throw it in there.
Watch people when you watch this back. You're gonna see a little icon that just goes.
Yeah. Anyway, incredible run for these two, or incredible match from these two, no less. And Kawano just clutched it out. Like it literally came down to two decisions, or two moves essentially, which was well, first off, he Item with the command grab, right? But also, I think it was the same round when Laura tried to do her anti-air, it like auto corrected, quote unquote, to the wrong side, and so it like confused Laura, I think. So so Laura missed the anti-air, and then Colleen was able to get some hits in there, and then that kind of like put him into the down state. But after the quick get up or something, I forget the exact detail of how it happened right at the very end, but basically, Colleen was able to get the meaty, I think, and then just convert that into the V trigger combo, and then boom, that was literally it. And the reaction on Item was just unreal, understandably so, because he like just threw down the headset and he just like, oh my god, I was right there. Like you can like smell it. You can smell that hunger that he had from the TV screen or whatever, from the stream. It was
that's
just
why it's for EVO, for everyone that never watched an EVO match or anything. EVO is like our for us video game nerds, our Super Bowl.
Exactly.
And who put it best? Like Max said it best. Second place is the most heart-wrenching position you can ever be in.
It's like it's like a lot of times the worst position in a way, because you're like right there, and you kind of like suffer from that sort of loss, right? That's why it's
that's like second position you lose.
Unless it was like unless it was like a sweep, then it's like, okay,
Yeah, if it's a sweep, then
But
no, these two players, they show that, hey, I'm hungry. So it's like, okay, which it's sad to say, or not sad, on the point to say who was more hungry.
Yep. And Kawano like kept it together and was able to clutch it out, man. Like he was coming back to, I think it was like 2-1, and then Kawano started to like come back, like in a way, or it might have been 0-2 or something like that, and then he was started to come back after the reset bracket, the bracket reset. So that was either way, he was coming back. He clutched it out all the way to the during that very end, and so yeah, credit has to go to him for sure for just duking it out and sticking it, being able to stick it together until that moment. So, like yeah, man, it really literally came down to two moves, which was just unbelievable. So again, you can get to see, you really see why Item felt that way when he lost that. And like he was like sitting in that chair for like a solid 2 minutes, even after like he lost. So he's just like sitting there, like with that face. And it's funny because he was representing USA, and USA is infamous for not winning EVO, Street Fighter EVO, all the way through ever since, like, I don't know, I forget what year, but like it's been a long time since the last time.
I want to say on the It's not exact, chat. For those who are listening, this is like from my memory banks. I might be getting the dates wrong. I want to say since 2015.
2015?
2000, yeah, 2015. Oh, I said 215. Anyways.
Well,
because right
well,
now it
no,
is
I don't. I don't think.
215.
Well, I don't think the U.S. ever won Street Fighter 4 at all. I'm not too sure
Yeah.
even. So I'm like that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like it's been a long time. Like it's not even that far. Like it's like way farther back than that. Hence why it's like such a curse, you know, with the U.S. players. And yeah, I mean, definitely didn't never happen with 5 because the very first person who won that was Infiltration from Korea. We all, if you guys remember him from Once Upon a Time, I guess you can say. But like, but it is to say that for Street Fighter, I guess for some reason, the U.S. can never clutch it out at EVO. When it comes to Capcom Cup, that's a different story because IDOM won it. I think like a couple other people won it back in the day from the U.S., but IDOM was one of them. And literally, I can remember the quote that what was gonna do with the money, and he said he just wanted more socks or something like that, right? So, so that's pretty funny. But with Evo, man, there's something about it that just, the U.S. players can never just clutch it out. Brad, even at the very end, it just won't happen. The last time we had another player from the U.S. being second place was Punk, but it seemed like he got demolished by Tokido because Tokido won at that time, and I believe we were there live for that. So no, I think we missed a part of it or something like that. I think we missed like the very end of it or something like that because we wanted to go get Korean barbecue. But damn, man, I'm probably getting that mixed with like Tokyo versus Problem X or something like that. I'm not too sure. But anyway, I definitely remember it one way or the other, and that was like devastating for Punk. He really wanted it, but he got devastated. But when it comes to IDOM though, he was so fucking close. Like he was like literally this much health away from winning the entire thing after that incredible run, dude. I was like, I thought he was gonna take it honestly, because he was so he was so hungry for it, and you can definitely see that with his winnings in the losers bracket, right? Like, he was just like going through the Japanese players like nothing. After of course with Mr.
Like with
Crimson.
the Japanese players, when Idom was going against Daigo, I was like, is Daigo going to be the gatekeeper?
Yeah. I mean, and funny enough, that was a pretty close match too.
Yeah.
But I think because he won against Daigo, I think that that was like a huge confidence booster. So he was like riding on that for a very long time in the losers bracket, all the way to the very end. I feel with Kawano by the end of it. But yeah, I mean, Kawano is a fresh face. He's like a young player, just like Idom. So it was like two of those like equal fighters essentially, just going at it. So it was like, yeah, it was pretty even. I felt in that regard. But with Colleen, whatever happened to her, I think from what people were saying, like Colleen is considered to be like lower tiered from before. She was like pretty top tier or high up there, but she got dropped. By quite a bit, I think. But Laura though, it really I don't know, it really depends, right? In the right hands. Like she can be like the most dangerous, scary thing to face against, but if you don't know quite well with Laura, then you're kind of screwed because Laura, once you know how to play like mid range or like just out of her range, she's fucked. So, but if you know her buttons really well, if you know how to get in and when to sort of like get into the opening of each player, then you're like the scariest thing on the planet. Hence why Idom is so scary to fight against. So because he knows how to use that Laura, very much to his credit. That's how he got so far into it, man. To the very end, like I've been saying. So this was definitely one of the best, if not the best, Street Fighter top 8s I've seen. You know, but probably besides the Tokido, when Tokido won EVO, because that was just devastating, man. That was just destruction. You know, that was just destruction for in Tokido's favor. Like, you know, if you're a Tokido fan, that's like probably their top, right? If you really like Tokido, that's like the top. You know, and it's funny because he was like the Akuma player at the time, and he was like really good with Akuma at the time. But I guess with what happened with the nerfs and the patch notes and stuff like that, he fell off the meta, unfortunately. But there are still people, Akuma players sticking with Akuma, and they're still doing pretty good, I think. But no less though, it's all about Luke and like some Urians and like what is it? Some Guiles, right? And then who's another like top character?
We saw some. Well, I don't know his placement. We saw Urian.
Oh yeah. That's what I was saying. Like, there's some Urians in there too that are really. I mean, Tokido used Urian for top 8. Who was another?
Did we see a Ryu?
Ryu. Okay, funny enough, the Japanese Ryu player, I forget his name. It was like Uzuda or something like that. He was just like he pretty much like had the best highlight in all of EVO, because like, or one of the best highlights, because like his match with Kaba at the very end, he pretty much like was able to read Kaba's V shift, and he chased him down and just boom, the fucking DP that he did, like the juiciest DP one can ever give. And oh my god, it was incredible. I was like, god damn. That's a statement. But it kind of sucks that that player never made it to top 8. It would have been really funny, but unfortunately not. But yeah, you know, and on top of that, it was against Kaba, which is like a top Guile player from, I think, Dominican Republic, so from the old DR. So that's another statement, right? It's like, damn, man, he took out Kaba like that, like Jesus, you know. But yeah, I mean, there's a bit of Ryu. I didn't see Alex, unfortunately, so you know, but
You would, unless I didn't really watch like the beginning of the loser finals. I mean, yeah, the loser brackets or stuff.
mm-hmm.
Was Karin even there?
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay.
No. Well, cause yeah, I mean, even Punk was trying to use Karim, but he couldn't even make it, man. I don't think I forgot where he plays. Like, it was like either top 16 or 32, but he's having a character crisis. So Punk is just kind of like, I don't know. I mean, he's a little lost, unfortunately, on that part.
We did see a lot. Not a lot, but we did see Rashid. So I was like,
oh yeah, you're
is.
right. Rashid with Gachi-kun. And
Yeah,
and then Seth, Oil King pulled out the Seth and Rashid. So there is some Rashid and
I was seeing Rashid. I was like,
Seth. Mm-hmm.
I was like, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
There he is.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But no, it's like, I would say mostly Luke. You know, even though it wasn't like that much Luke, but it's mostly Luke, I guess, if you want to really count that. But yeah, when it comes to that, yeah, it's like it is a bit of a mix, which is good, but you see a lot of Lukes, you know. Hence why some people are like, Luke ruins this game, you know, that sort of tweet, stuff like that from like top players. Oh yeah, and then one Dalsim, which is, you know, Mr. Crimson. So we just saw the one Dalsim from top 8. And Jury, because remember, Just a Kid was in there too, in the losers bracket. Jury and I think he picks another character, but I believe he picked Jury at the time. So yeah, there you go. So there's a bit of variety right there, which is good, I think. But anyway, so Street Fighter 6 was incredible when it comes to the competitive side of things. But now let's sorry, yeah, I'm getting I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah.
Sorry guys. Hawk here just saw the future.
No, because I'm like reading the docket. But let's like keep it a little more concise. When it comes to like EVO overall, I think this was like a really good comeback for EVO. Its production for the most part was really good. There was some like weird, awkward moments. Of course, there's gonna be those kind of moments, I guess. Like there was like a really long pause from like the female MC. I forget her name was, but it was a really long pause. Like she was just like, kind of just standing there, like kind of like looking back, like just kind of just like what do I do? Like what are we doing? What's happening? You know? And she's kind of just standing there. I think this was during Guilty Gear or something like that. It was like during the Guilty Gear top 8 or before Guilty Gear top 8. But other than that, I think it went pretty well for the most part. It was like really smooth for the most part. There were a lot of commercials though, unfortunately. A lot of ad breaks and blah blah blah. Like that's what a lot of people were complaining about too. Very, very, very frequent between these breaks, and it was just, like really annoying. But thankfully, it didn't happen like during a match or anything like that. It was just during like the beginning of like every single like blast from the past. I'm like, oh, is it it's like this one match from the past, and then they just play a commercial. I'm like, god damn it, you know. And then I want to see that blast from the past, but no, that gets ruined by the ads, unfortunately. Other than that, you know, it's really good to see like all the familiar faces, like, you know, James Chan and Ultra David, Yipes, you know, and Li Joe, and like you know, so on and so forth. And oh yeah, there was one more thing from Street Fighter, and this is like one of the tragedies that happened at for this Evo, is that the person who put Item in losers bracket was none other than Ryan Hart himself, who's like a legend amongst just fighting games in general from Europe. He's incredible with Kazuya, with, you know, in Tekken, but like he was the one who put him in losers bracket with I think it was like, I don't know who was he playing? Was it Ryu, or is it like Ken or something like that? It was like something kind of random, but no, he put him there, man. He's the one who put him in the losers bracket. So it would have been way more incredible if that was streamed first off. But like if Ryan Hart went into top 8 somehow, or made it to top 8, that would have been really, really like stacked, all the more stacked. So I don't know if you're familiar with Ryan Hart. He's like he has an afro. He's a black Street Fighter player. I don't know who he picks really. I don't know who his main is, but I think Ken is one of them. So you may recognize his face once you see him, but like, no, he's incredible though. He's like a legend. Like he's definitely one of the top like European players for sure. And of course, you know, he was the one who put Idom into losers bracket, and then that initiated the whole losers bracket run. that was incredible. But anyway, so that was unfortunate. That was one of the streams that, or one of the fights that were not streamed because it wasn't on stage. That's the thing. That's what sucks about these, like how these tournaments work. Like only people who are on the stage get to be streamed, not so much like in the pools. Like there's no like stream for each pool, but that's like pretty expensive. I understand that. So, that's kind of just the reality of it. Anyway, other than that, I unfortunately missed KOF top 8. I also I missed a part of Tekken's Tekken 7's top 8, but I did watch it. That one's pretty good. I mean, Knee won that whole thing, which was pretty cool. I like Knee. When it comes to Guilty Gear, Umisho won that one, right, with Happy Chaos. So yeah. But when it came to Saturday, I heard that like MK11 was like really good, so I do want to like check that out eventually. But when it comes to Fighterz though, that shit went on for like till 2 o'clock in the morning, I think. You know, it's still a long fucking game, unfortunately. And I know I'm saying unfortunately a lot, but like that's how it goes, man. Like when it comes to these things. But yeah. Other than that, I think we can get to the announcements and stuff like that. So if you have any other like moments you want to like just kind of toss in there. How do you like? Okay. Oh, I heard the artist alley was like huge. It was like big because they have like a lot of real estate in that hallway or whatever this time around. So the convention floor was like really big from what I've heard too. So like actually walking around was like really tiring from what I've heard. And so like the artist alley too, especially, it was like from what from what other people were describing, they made it sound like it was artist city, not artist alley. So it's like it must have been that huge, you know. So you had like a lot of selection, you know, to pretty much like drain your wallet, and like all the, you know, all the merchandise and whatever on top of that. Like, yeah, I heard that there was too much to do with little time. That's what I heard too. So while that's a good thing, it's like, ooh, you definitely want to be smart with your planning. And for the most part, good job on the health guidelines. You know, most people were masking. It wasn't like AX where you see like maybe like half people or something like that, or like a good amount of people not masking. And it wasn't like a fucking like a beehive, right? Or it wasn't like a fucking it wasn't crowded, you know. And EVO, because they have a lot of space, you know, it looked like, you know, there weren't too many crowds going on. Like, it wasn't too crowded looking for how many people entered, right? So it was looking pretty good. Again, you know, not only the production side was pretty good, but like the whole, like, how the organization went, like how, you know, people came in and out, and like the people walking around and stuff like that. Not to mention the, you know, people masking up and doing their own diligence to make sure, you know, people don't get sick or anything like that, you know. And it's good, you know, people care about that stuff still, and it's kind of nice to see. Unlike another convention that's coming up, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah. Anyway, okay, so I think we can definitely say good job, Evo. Good to see you back. And yeah, it's incredible. It was incredible to see. It was actually kind of nice to like kind of watch from home, I feel, because I don't have to like, you know, I mean, while I do, yes, I do miss the convention sort of fun and get to see people and stuff like that. I know like there were like a couple of people from the community, you know, that were there, and they were having you know, it looks like they were having a fun time. You know, I actually enjoyed from watching from home, just cause I can like relax and just like don't have to worry about a lot of stuff, you know, and just check out the stream, man. Check out the top 8, you know, and it was fun, you know. And just from a viewer's perspective, I had fun watching it. So that's all I can say. What about you?
I had fun, though. There were sometimes it's like I need to watch more. Then I look at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I look at my alarms for work.
Yeah, because you have work. Yeah, that's that's the thing too. I missed Friday because I had work. I had to go do a night shift on a Friday, so I was like, ugh. But it was like day one, so it was fine. But when it came to the whole weekend, I was able to catch most of it, so it was pretty nice. So anyway, what we also caught though were the incredible news that came out for this whole thing. Oh, sorry. Before we do that, there is one story I do want to share. It's not that long. It's like really funny. It's like a short little tweet. So this comes from Ume Rogan. Let me just read the tweet to you. So Rogan says, did not want to get ripped off by a Vegas cab, so I walked from the Vegas airport to the Mandalay Bay. Worst decision of my life. Like, dude,
I know.
Dude, it was like blazing saddles over there, and it's fucking the airport to the Mandalay Bay. You know how far that is? Oh my god.
I mean, he got his steps in, so
yeah, he got on the pedometer. Let's hope he was playing Pokemon Go along the way too, because he can like
probably his watch was like after he reached like the 10. You know, what's the daily like step count, like 10,000 steps or
I
something.
think so. Yeah.
Like once he got to like 10,001, it the the watch just says, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I know. Yeah. What the fuck are you doing, dude? It's like 106 degrees or something like that, or like over 100 for sure.
Yeah.
And you're like just still walking over 10,000 steps. What is this? You already beat your dailies, man. What is this? We don't have weeklies. So like, yeah. Anyway.
I know it's like, are you trying to make your quota? Did you miss your quota last year?
Yeah. No, so I thought this was like really funny. I think he did play an Evo too. Like he competed in Evo, which is funny because it says mental test before Evo. So he was like fortifying himself to get himself prepared for the obstacles for Evo, man. It's just hilarious. Although incredibly dangerous because it's super fucking hot in Vegas, man. I think we both know from experience. We can definitely say. It can get so hot that people's shoes can melt to the fucking concrete and you can fry eggs instantly on the concrete. That's how hot it is. Anyway, so there's that. Now let's talk about KOF. Let's just go ahead and go into KOF news. This is nice because start off with this. So on Saturday they had a panel, and within that panel, they announced that Samurai Showdown of all games was getting rollback netcode. And then not only that, we had KOF 15 with crossplay coming in for 2023, which is really nice because you don't have to just stick with just PC players. You don't have to stick with just PS4 players or PS5 players, so on and so forth. Now you can just play all together. This is actually really good. They had the DLC team, the last DLC team for this season pass being showed, but we'll get to that in a bit. Or announced. It was like announcement of an announcement. And then DLC season 2 is confirmed, of course. And then of course Team Orochi is already out, but they came out on the Monday. That's what they wanted to announce. And then there's new music for the DJ station in that game, which is incredible. All together, like Samurai Showdown with rollback netcode is like a savior, like a savior and grace kind of thing. Like it was like incredible. Like not only that, but like a lot of other games got or are getting rollback as well. But we'll get to that in a bit. And then let me see. I think it is either here or in the other link, but. Oh, this one. This is also really good especially for the Fatal Fury and the Garo fans. There is going to be a new game for Fatal Fury / Garo, featuring Rock, of course, and then also in the background, if you see in the background, Billy Kane is already there, so he's already confirmed to be in there. Now, I don't know if this is going to be like the same exact look from 15, just with that Fatal Fury name, or they might go for just something completely different. We don't know. We'll see about that. Maybe they might even try to do what Guilty Gear did, right? With the cell shading like anime sprites. We'll see about that. And then of course when it came to Sunday, so you can kind of see like what the pass is looking like now. As you can see in the very last one, we have a crossover with Team Samurai happening in the fall of this year. So I think we do have that video right here. Let me know if you can hear this. Did you hear that? Okay.
KOF 16.
Yeah, I know, right? 16 already. I like that intro. It's really cool. So yeah, this is just going through the Orochi team.
Chris. 茶場の空気を楽しんでるとこは悪いけど
Yeah, just going through this stuff again. You can see the feather going crazy a little bit here once again. So they like slap in the face. Anyway, yeah, August 8th already come out. The extra costumes, that's pretty nice. But Team 4 though. There you go.
It was so fun to me because I was also watching EVO through Max's stream.
Yes.
And Max was like saying like, a guy with a big sword is coming. That's all I can tell you. And everyone was like saying, Cloud. I was like, seriously, chat. I'm like, look, sorry, this is Max's chat. I was like, seriously, Cloud coming to a Samurai Showdown game. Honey, what money do they have to pay to Square for this?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
SNK is definitely not the richest companies to do this right now.
It's like, that's a beautiful dream you have, don't get me wrong, but I'm gonna crash it right now. Like,
So not only we have Team Samurai, but we have Kim Cap 1 coming back, and also Shingo coming back for season 2 as a star. Really nice. Yeah, and then we got the crossplay. And there's the shot of the pass once again, and then in the next season, this is a little sneak peek for the next season.
Yep.
So yeah, the KOF fans were just eating good, man. They're just having a feast on that day, or on the whole weekend, I should say. Anything else you wanted to say? When I game to KOF, yeah, I mean it was incredible. This is the game where it celebrates SNK, I believe. So I feel at that point, hopefully they'll like include something from Metal Slug and like other games like such as such. Maybe just like, I don't know, maybe Marco or something, since they're only gonna do single characters, I think, from this point on. I don't think they're gonna do teams anymore, so I think it's just gonna be individual characters. So unfortunately, Kim doesn't have his team. I thought Kim was gonna come with his like team. Like, I thought he was gonna have like a team career or something like that, or team Taekwondo or something like that. That would be kind of neat. But I don't think that's the case anymore, unfortunately. But hey, he's coming no less. I think he's gonna be rocking a slightly different costume. I think he'll still have the pants, right? Like the fully animated pants, you know, but it'll probably look different from design wise, for sure. If he has like skin tight fucking, I don't know, some vinyl whatever suit or whatever with just what do you call those, like basketball shorts or those boxer shorts or whatever, then no, that's a no-go, man. He needs the baggy pants. He definitely needs the baggy pants. That's not Kim Cap 1.
Oh, no pants at all.
Oh god. That would be incredibly...
That's when you just do this, like, what are you guys doing?
So if he has no pants on, then something else is gonna be fully animated. That's just put it that way.
That's why he'll be like,
yeah, you gotta take off the glasses.
SNK, what are you guys doing?
Okay.
It's like, oh, we're just trying like a new feature. Yeah, to see if audience would like this, and then you just see everyone.
Yeah. Okay.
More.
Before we move on with other news, let me take care of something real quick here. So I'll be right back. So hold on. Alrighty. Alright. I am almost officially back. Boom. There you go. I forgot to actually set up my fans, so that's why I was like getting a little stuffy in here. I was like, oh shit, I forgot one thing. Kind of the important step, which is the fans. Anywho, so KOF fans were eating good and are eating good, in fact, especially with that Fatal Fury game and Garo and all that stuff. So more incredible news came along the way. But let's talk about multiverses. So here's a little graphic of what the top 8 looked like. So you kind of tell what it consisted of. Actually, there's actually 3 Bugs Bunny and Velma teams. I'm actually kind of surprised. And 2 Supermans with Velma, of course. And then there's the 1 Taz with Velma. And like I said, there was the Ryan Dog Batman. And then the first place team, funny enough, was Wonder Woman and Tom and Jerry, thanks to Void and the Cat. They're both Smash Ultimate players. Incredible. They're like some of the top Smash Ultimate players right now. So they managed to take the whole thing. And not only that, you can kind of get to see what the prize money looks like too, right? Like it's pretty looking nice. Especially that 10K at first place, you know, which is kind of big in comparison to like other fighting games, which has always been sort of that downfall when it comes to trying to be a competitor in fighting games. But for the most part, you're doing it for the passion. That's the sort of mindset that you should have when it comes to playing fighting games. But anyway, that's what it looks like. A lot of Velma, so I'm guaranteeing some Velma nerfs coming along the way. But not only that, or now with the news. Let's see. This is a bit of a note right here. It says the $100,000 multiverses event at EVO pays out to top 32. So a bunch of teams are gonna go 4-2, make 1750, split 2 ways. Not bad considering 875 is more than what you get for 7th place in the largest main game. You have to give Strive, for example, and 2nd place in the smallest 2, which is Melty, Blood, and Skullgirls. That's pretty crazy to think about, right? A game like Multiverse is already paying out way more than the other major fighting games already, man. That's like even bigger than Smash, of course. Like I don't think Nintendo gives a shit about that part. So they have to give out their own prize money. But with Multiverses backed up by WB Discovery now, fucking pretty nice, right? To compete in that space. And not only that, they paid out pretty quick because they pay through PayPal. Because I think with all the other ones, it's like either like by check or cash. So, but either way, man, you get a lot of money. So even with the split, it's more money than some of these fighting games, which is again something to it's worth noting, you know. But now this one. So this is what the season 1 pass is gonna look like. So it's gonna have its own like classic arcade mode, new characters including Rick and Morty are coming up soon, more variant costumes including Robin, LeBron James, and the Viking / Valkyrie Bugs Bunny. That's like from the old cartoon. I remember that costume. Pretty funny. And then it was this is some numbers, I believe. Oh no, wait, what? Oh, this is a different one. I'm sorry. Oh, because I clicked on this one instead. There we go. It's a little confusing when you have a lot of links. But let's talk about this one first, because we talked about season 1. Speaking of season 1, season 1 will be beginning on August 15th, even with the delay. They announced that delay recently, but 8/15, man, that's the date. Mark it on the calendars if you really like Multiverses. It'll have the new battle pass for you to earn more rewards. Not only that, Morty will be joining the character roster on August 23rd as part of season 1. I don't know what's going on with Rick. Rick is the crazy scientist one, so I don't know what's going on with him. Unless he's coming out on the 15th. I mean, that's what's happening. I don't know. And then Morty's coming out, like, I guess the week after or something like that from what it looks like. I don't know. I'm not too sure about that part. But that sounds pretty good, all things considered. I thought it was gonna be like delayed all the way to like September or some shit. I was like, uh-oh. But gladly that's not the case, because people might have been like burned out already, or like it's like, oh, we're waiting on the season 1 pass, wow, so we're getting steady content flowing in now, so it's this is looking pretty good. And then again, this is what it looks like. Season 1, classic arcade mode, new ranked mode, so it's gonna be competitive, of course. And yeah, again with the new characters, it's Rick and Morty at the moment. Now, have you looked at the leaks for multiverses?
Nope.
That doesn't sound like a no to me.
I saw it, and then I was like, it was like, when you open the door to just say, to like go like, what the fuck's going? Ah.
So there's a certain character in there that I think you're gonna be very
Yeah,
happy to see.
I saw it. I was like, ah.
So I'm not saying I'm not
Nope.
saying I'm not saying it here, but this is a big yeah. I'm not saying it here, but it's a big hint. So because Sawa is very happy with that. So if he is true, if he is true, if he is true, are you going to try this out? I know, because I know you said Blue Beetle, but there's something bigger, literally bigger, coming potentially for this game.
The coin said for me. There you go. That's what it rolled.
I can't see that. Is that heads? That's a head.
Yep.
So what does that mean? Is that a yes? Yeah. Even Fate is telling you. Even Fate is telling you you're gonna be playing this game. If it is true, right?
If it's if it's not, then I'll be like, oh, that was a lovely passing by. Like, oh, hi friend. Okay, bye.
Again, I know you said Blue Beetle, which I was surprised at the time. I was like, Blue Beetle, like in my head, because you didn't mention the the big guy. You know what I'm saying? Because he's part of WB technically, because of another picture company. So.
I was saying with Blue Beetle because even though he is one of my favorites heroes from DC, it's also because of the movie or the TV show that's coming out that's starring Blue Beetle. So to me, I'm like thinking like marketing, like this would be
it would make sense.
Like,
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Like, hey.
I'm so surprised that you didn't even bring up the those characters, the other characters, like of all.
They're too big. They're too big. I want to bring the light to the smaller ones.
There are some ones that are like, yeah, that makes sense, right? Like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, because that's by WB. So I wouldn't be surprised if he comes into multiverses. So that would be pretty.
It'd be so funny if they bring in like Scorpion, Sub-Zero, or Raiden. If you pair them up with Superman or Batman, they'll have like interactions, like calling.
Yeah. No,
calling back. That'll be like so funny. It's like Scorpion, like to, I guess,
Batman,
Superman, Superman, Batman. Didn't I kill you?
Yeah.
Or if it's Sub-Zero with Raiden, it's like, oh, I mean not Sub-Zero and Raiden. It's Sub-Zero and Batman. It's like, oh, how's the Bat family? How's how's your world?
How's the Lin Kuei? Yeah. That'd be pretty annoying team, because Scorpion's all about, or not Scorpion, no, Sub-Zero's all about the freezing, right? And then Superman has his ice breath, so it's like it could potentially be really annoying with the freezing.
Why? It's just gonna be ice climbers, but with extra steps.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see if this is all true. Of course, these leaks can be fake at times. It can be very convincing, but so far, it's looking pretty accurate, because LeBron James was part of that league, and well, there you go. You have LeBron James, so looking pretty accurate already. But we'll see. Again, we'll see. We'll see. There may be some misses and maybe some hits. That's always possible. we'll see about that. But season 1 is coming pretty soon, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'll be playing it more and more for sure, because cause especially with that character coming. If that character is coming, and I don't have enough coins, I'm gonna drop money on him. And if he has a really cool costume, I'm gonna drop money on that one too. That's how much I like that character. So again, those are some big hints. Oh yeah, there was one more bit of news. I closed it out by accident. Now, although this isn't confirmed yet by Warner Brothers, the game has hit a colossal 10,268,259 active accounts across all platforms since it headed to open beta 3 weeks ago. That is a lot of accounts, man. That's a big number. So, pretty much if let's say all those accounts drop $1, they already have $10 million already. So and the battle pass is like what, $3? So you can kind of imagine how much of that already makes them. On top of like the costumes and all the cosmetics and stuff like that people have to pay for, or want to pay for rather. Not only that, people who bought the Founders Edition, who put actually money in there, they're already making that much bank already. So that's pretty incredible just from these numbers alone. And I had a thought on Twitter that I have a feeling that because of this stuff, especially with how Warner Brothers Multiverses will go, or is going to go, and if they go pretty well, Disney wants a piece of that pie. So Disney wants to have like another studio, like a different studio, make their Smash-like game and have their characters on there with like all the Disney classic characters, but not only that, of course, but with like Marvel, right? They're gonna shove in a bunch of Marvel characters in there, I'm sure, and like all the other like properties that they own, like maybe like The Simpsons, right? And like 21st century stuff, Alien, I think, so on and so forth. That would be incredible if that can all happen, but the game has to be good first off. Then we can have like the characters. But right now, Warner Brothers got that on lock. They got that Smash-like competitor on lock right now. So looking pretty good. All right, this is one from Dragon Ball Fighterz. After that long top 8, the producer still came out, and she had some very wonderful words for the fans. I know this is in Japanese, but you'll kind of see what happens here.
先日のアップデートをもちまして、ドラゴンボールファイターズは一つの完成の形を迎えたと思っておりまして、今後ですね、追加のキャラクターとか調整のアップデートは予定は今のところしてないんですけれども、より皆さんに快適に遊んでいただきたいと思いまして、ロールバックの検討を入れたいと思います。
Yep, see? As soon as she said rollback, everyone's like, oh!
ロールバックの検討を入れたいと思ってます。
Even the translator's like, he gets it. He knows. He knows, dude. The translator knows.
I bet you the translator's heart skipped a beat. When he heard that word, he's like, "Ooh."
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Whoa."
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He's like, "I'm awake."
Mm-hmm. This is looking incredible for the Dragon Ball fans, because this is what they have been asking for a long time, which is rollback netcode, because they've been suffering in that delay-based netcode, man, for a long while. It's looking pretty nice, man, when it comes to rollback netcode and fighting games. It looks like it's a done deal at this point. But unfortunately, there are still games that have not received that, such as like Tekken 7, but we'll get to that in a bit. But Grand Blue Versus is like now one of the only games that don't have rollback netcode. That's a tragedy, because it's a pretty fun game, but because of how the netcode is like, it's unfortunately it like tarnishes a lot of the fun out of it, like not being able to do what you could do offline. Like you can't even like do like I would say half, not maybe not half, but like a good amount of the stuff that you learn, because of like the reactions is just like it's not done. It doesn't fare well with this netcode, man. It's very, very displeasing. But to see games like Fighterz, man, they getting that rollback netcode, it's nice. It's nice to see. I'm happy for the fans. I'm happy for the people who have played it but have dropped the game, but now plan to come back because, well, rollback netcode is coming. So I'm happy for them. I'm really happy for them, because that means also that pretty much from this point on, most fighting games are going to have that nice netcode. It's going to be a standard, right? You know, if we have a silver lining in this whole pandemic, is that now pretty much most fighting game producers are very much aware that rollback netcode is very important for their online infrastructure when it comes to like the online art of the fighting game genre. So this is looking pretty good for that. Now, hopefully, this will send a message to games like Smash Brothers, right? The next time we see another Smash game, hopefully that'll that'll be the thing too. Did you have any comments for Dragon Ball Fighterz? What did you think of this news?
Season 2?
I mean, it's weird, right? Like we didn't. She definitely said there's no like new characters or any updates like that. But that rollback netcode alone, man, it's everyone was happy about that, man. That alone had people roaring like that in the crowd. So for those who don't know rollback, it essentially means that like the layman's terms, the end result is that you have a better experience playing fighting games, because what delay-based netcode essentially has or does is that whatever you input does not go across to the opponent in time, hence the delayed based netcode. So I can't really explain it to you right now well, but it essentially means that the person on the other side doesn't receive what you're inputting that well. So sometimes maybe things just don't come out sometimes because they literally cannot keep up with you, or the other way around too, you know? So rollback, what it does is, well, it rolls back to the state, the most appropriate state of your online match. So in theory, everything is supposed to be coming out and stuff like that. But especially when you have good rollback netcode, then you'll have like the minimal like amount of rollbacking, and then you'll have all your inputs, or most of your inputs, like come out and be received by your opponent, in little time across, the state or whatever, the region and stuff like that. So it's just a better netcode system for fighting games, especially because fighting games are all about the frame by frame sort of inputs and like those instant sort of like reactions, sort of like moments, along with shooting games and stuff like that. Very reaction based, and it's very important to have your online infrastructure to keep up with that. And for a very long time, they neglected that, because they're just like, oh, you have online mode. This should be good enough, right? Yeah. Americans have caught on for a very long time, but when it comes to Japanese developers, they're kind of like stuck in their bubble, and they weren't like very aware of it until, guess what? The pandemic, because everyone was stuck inside for a while, and we're playing fighting games online. And they're like, hey, this netcode sucks, man. Like, you should do something about it to fix it. Otherwise, no one's gonna play your game, especially now. So yeah. So if there's a silver lining in this whole pandemic, it's the netcode that's like getting real better, and more fighting game companies, and well, most of them, I should say, at this point, are now aware of it for sure. So again, hopefully Nintendo picks up on that, and we'll have like a very nice Smash game by then. whenever that comes out. Oh, that's all there is to it. Very nice, though. Very nice. All right, let's get to Street Fighter. So for Street Fighter 6, this was another cool one because we had 2 characters announced during Street Fighter 6. Now it's Kimberly and Juri. So let me actually put on the YouTube version. I'm pretty sure we have that somewhere. Oh yeah, it's on the PlayStation channel. Right here.
It's like, Hazu.
Okay.
I hear a cop car coming up.
Okay. Oh boy. Hopefully it's nothing a huge deal.
Alright, kids, we are alive. We are back. I'm not in jail. Because that. Yeah, but for those that were wondering about that cop car, looks like my neighbors are going to jail. Another repeat of DA.
Oh. Okay. The people who smoke weed?
Huh?
Weed?
No, DA.
Oh.
I just PM'd you what I meant by DA.
Ah, that DA. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And the officers are just like, kind of. I didn't really need to hear. It's like, we're just doing this because this and this. My face was like, I don't care.
Right, but yeah.
It's like, I care, but I don't care. Just, officers, you do your job.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I'm gonna go back inside my house now and steal some of these fries.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. All right, so are we good? Are we good to go? For Kimberly and Juri?
Speak.
The dog wanted fries. All right, I think we're good now.
That dog just stared like.
So here's Kimberly.
That's not the pink Power Ranger.
Kind of sounds like it, yeah. I like her moves though. She looks really like agile, like very kind of like. They got the Izuna drop. You got Izuna drop combos too. That's actually really cool. You got the paint spray like ninjutsu. It's kind of cool. Look at that, you can EX her Izuna drop to do combos off of. That's actually really cool. Here's her.
I have to say, like, the animation team behind this game right now did a much better job on the hair.
Yes.
And whoever was the animation team that was doing Nakali. Because Nakali's hair was like stiff as fuck. And then
even the way it moves is kind of like weird. You know, it doesn't look
like unnatural.
Yeah, it didn't have like weight to it, you know.
Yeah. Kimberly's hair was like, ooh.
Looks really good. And then here comes, of course,
Akira.
Yeah, Akira. The sadistic Taekwondo master. I actually do like her costume though. And her facial expressions are very much like
I like her hair horns better in this one.
Yeah. I do like it too. She looks kind of like.
And I like their explanation of the green actually makes it more appealing than you just do black and purple.
Yeah. Like, oh, you mean like the.
Or is it teal?
Yeah, the blue stuff. It's like teal. Yeah, it's more teal.
And I love that the splat.
And
thank God.
Yep, and her big super is the one from Street Fighter 4 with some differences, of course. Especially with the foot by the end.
I do love the meme from this. It's
Yeah,
like, what
yeah,
is she texting?
Yeah.
And then I think it was from not
What?
PBD. Because it was the meme with her and then the current protagonist from the Yakuza series.
Oh yeah. For the
they're both
Ichiban.
looking at their phone.
Ichiban.
Like,
Yeah, Ichiban with the cigarette. I think that's like fan made, but it's still funny with the cigarette. And he's like that face. But yeah, her eyes can like get really small or like pretty kind of big. This is the engine, man. It's the way the engine works. So she has like that weird like psycho, like sadistic look on her face, which is appropriate, of course. With
it's more funny that the meme also with Yuri's phone was like it took this girl 10 years to realize she needs a case.
She needs a case. Yeah, I like the case. It's pretty funny.
I mean, it's also appropriate that she's sadistic because again, thank you for reprising your role. It's the same voice actress that did Azula from from Avatar. So it's like, you know what, it fits.
It really fits, yeah.
And only one of us is allowed to do the killing.
So to kind of like make this game like kind of a complete circle, Dante Bosco has to come back, has to like voice somebody.
Probably one of the new characters, man. I think that's
so it'll be like you'll have like again Azula and then like Zuko fighting out again. It's like, look.
It'd be really funny if that if that character is going to be Sean. It'd be kind of funny actually. But I think he'll probably, if he is going to be in the game, he'll probably voice one of the new characters for sure. Oh yeah. Go ahead.
This still shot of Kimberly.
I
like it's like an homage to Guy. Because that's her teacher.
Yes.
Probably right now.
That is her master. Yes.
It looks like it's his gi, but it's her way of expressing.
Of course,
like,
yeah. It's
you
her,
own it, girl.
It's her own twist. Yeah. She has Bushinryu as her fighting style, but she has her own mix to it. I like her movement. I like her style. Her like, just. Oh yeah, I mean, spunky is the word to describe her essentially. I like the spray paint stuff. It's kind of funny because Isla's kind of like that too. She has dark skin and also has this spray paint as part of like her personality. Multicolored hair, I think.
That's from KOF. Right?
Yes, KOF.
Yeah. For the audience.
Yeah. Yes.
But to me, personally and aesthetically, I'm just gonna call it Kimmy. Kimmy here actually does it better with the spray paint.
Okay.
I mean, personally, like Kimmy does it better.
I like Isla's style, but I don't know. Like Kimberly is pretty different, even though they do both have spray paint. They're both about like that urban stuff too. Like, but I don't know, man. There's some definitely about it that Kimberly looking really good. Now we have another black character in here, which is kind of nice on that side too. But we've had Dudley, we have Elena, we've had Birdie, so it's not the first time, of course. Just to point that out there.
I want this to be canon. Kimberly is Dudley's like niece.
Yeah, it'd be really cool actually. Right.
Or Kimberly is like good friends with Elena. Or fuck it, make Birdie like Kimberly's like
relative.
Cousin.
Yeah, cousin, something. Yeah.
Some sort of relative.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. And she is under the sort of the apprenticeship, I guess you can say, or whatever, with Guy, and hopefully, I mean, I don't know. We can say like Guy will make it in there at this point, but I hope
I think he'll be like referenced.
He'll definitely be referenced for sure, but as a playable character, like like it's kind of looking
me,
bleak.
6 is becoming what the true like new warriors, is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Or the new heirs to
Era, yeah, new generation, you know, that sort of, yeah, like it's pretty much the new Third Strike almost, the new Street Fighter 3, because that was what it's supposed to be, because
oh, there you go. That's one way to look at 6. 6 is this generation's
3.
probably Third Strike.
There
we go.
Yeah, because we have parries in there, we have like a bunch of other mechanics in there too. So hopefully this would be, yeah, like the breakthrough Street Fighter for a lot of people, especially the new generation. And then
Maybe
you have all
6 is the game that Capcom was looking for, that fine balance of putting parries and all that. Because 5 with the what's it called? This reversal was like the testing grounds.
Yeah, and then not to mention
he just went forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
So good on you, Capcom. It looks like you found your footing again.
Pretty much.
You tripped.
Yeah.
You tripped, but that's okay. You got right back up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah.
Now make us Darkstalkers.
Wow, that's a very tall order, man. But for right now, Kimberly and Jury looking pretty good. You know, that roster leak is looking more and more true, of course. So, unfortunately, yeah,
Just let you know, chat, we're not even halfway done with the initial roster.
The initial what?
The initial roster. We're not even halfway.
Oh no, yeah. There's a lot.
More people.
There's actually a lot for if that's gonna be the launch roster. Holy shit. Yeah. So looking pretty good. Oh yeah, pretty good.
Again, if you looked at the leaks, there's a certain military woman that was late so long ago with her new credit card. Looks really better than her previous ones. And her assets are really good.
Yeah. All right. So that is Kimberly and Jury. So looking pretty good. Now.
And then, sorry, chat, for a late one. Our unofficial sponsor is by Ritz Crackers.
Ritz
Pizza. They're very good. You cannot have this because it's salty as hell.
And yet you give him fries.
Hey. I licked off the salt.
That's nasty. No, you did. No, you didn't. Anyway, so we do have a little more on Street Fighter, just like a couple more notes or something like that. Let me see. So, oh yeah, this is just to show off like her moves, Kimberly's moves. I mean, so you can kind of see what the spray paint can does. She kind of use them as like bombs and shurikens, and both, I guess you can say.
That walk.
I like the walk back. The walk.
So,
yeah.
Cycle looks like.
Yeah, she even does the little like power bomb thing that Guy does. You know, so that's looking more and more certain that he's not gonna make it back in there, but he'll be a teacher, so you know. Yep. Anyway, we have that. What else? So I think Jury has something too, right? I might have. Oh no. I think it's the next one. Let's see. There's a lot of links.
Yeah, I believe Jury had a.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
It's the stacking. You can like stack her.
That's something I wish they didn't bring back.
Well, I don't know if it. Well, you can use it to power up her stuff. It's not. I don't think it's there for ammo anymore.
They called it charging.
Yeah, you store like it's essentially ammo, like for your projectiles. But I don't think you don't do it here anymore because it doesn't say like, oh, you have to store this to shoot projectiles and stuff like that. And then what is it? Yeah, so Fuha stocks to power up or chain together the new Sai Hasho or Ankensatsu or Go Osatsu. Her dive kick, Shikusen, also returns from Super Street Fighter 4. So. Yeah, this is a Japanese one actually. This is a Japanese voice. That's kind of funny.
But I know. Okay, yeah, the Fighterz looks beautiful, but you gotta give props for the stage makers.
Dude,
Holy
the stage
shit,
looks
this
really
stage is-
good.
And you saw the camera movement every time they moved up.
Mm-hmm.
The stage follows.
Yeah.
Like it gives you a sense of space,
Like space and depth.
which again, I'm sorry, gonna bring this up a lot of times when you see new stuff like this. The old console generation will be dying right now. Just rendering this.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, they really
Why
have to
does
dumb
my-
down the graphics.
That too. Or it'd be like, why is my PS4 floating? What are you playing? Street Fighter 6. Ah. What stage are you on?
Mm-hmm.
The Chinese market? Yep. Yep,
Yeah.
that'll do. That'll do.
Yeah, this stage looks really cool, actually. I think this is the last one. Oh, yeah, this one is an announcement of an announcement, essentially. So, this is from Nebelian. Thank you for that. So it says Capcom will have 2 Tokyo Game Show live streams. The Capcom online program, which is September 15, and then also, of course, I'll tell you like about all the other like Capcom stuff, right? But with Street Fighter 6, Street Fighter 6 is gonna have its own special program the day after September 16. Catch all the freshest Street Fighter 6 updates. So we'll probably have like 2 more characters there too, maybe, and probably like a deeper look on the fighting game system or whatever, the actual gameplay mechanics.
Yep.
Perhaps
More in-depth.
in-depth look. Yeah. Yeah.
I
So.
want to see if you scroll down the leaked Brazilian fighter,
Oh yeah.
because we don't have a name for him yet.
But people already know who that is.
Because I think I know who it is too. But
Right. So
if it's not him, but like it's a new fighter,
if that was like his
a lot
brother,
of people is going to be.
if that
A
was
lot
like
of
his,
people will be like,
what? Yeah.
but he looks like him. It's like no.
No. I mean, it could be his brother for all we know. It could be his like cousin, even his dad. I don't know, man. Maybe his dad looks really young somehow, some reason. I don't know. But yeah. I mean, we'll see.
When did you have your child? At 17.
Yeah.
How old are you? I don't know. I fell asleep in ice.
Yeah, I lost count. Anyway, yeah. So we'll have a special program for both Capcom and of course Street Fighter. They have their own program, so that's actually incredible. That'll be for September when Tokyo Game Show is around. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Street Fighter 6. Let's move on to Guilty Gear Strive. This one is another big one too. Especially with a classic character finally making it back in there. Welcome back, Bridget. And now Bridget is a she, so
has been missing since the PS2 days. Well, the PSP if you want to be technical too.
うちの出番ですか？任せてください。
I like the music too. It's pretty nice. And the animation.
I mean, if it fits her like personality.
Uh-huh.
Taste like vegetables I don't like.
Like when I first heard it, I was like, "Wow, this almost touches the cusp of it could be in a Persona game." Like
Another
like
what?
3.
Sorry, what?
Like the song.
Mm-hmm.
When I first heard it, I was like, "This almost sounds like it could have been like from a Persona game."
Oh, Persona. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, that's why I was like, "Are the composers?"
They probably took notes from Persona. Yep, of course, Bridget is already out at this point because she was announced for like Monday or Tuesday or something like that. I forget. I think it was Monday. I think it was Monday. Yeah. But yeah, this is the first. This is the first of the 4. So we're gonna have one more character for this year. We don't know who that is, of course, but we'll have 2 more, I guess, for next year. So I guess it's only 4 characters. Maybe they'll add more. I don't know. But this is what the season 2 pass is looking like right now at the moment. Not only that,
it's funny when with the season pass,
Mm-hmm.
I hit that purchase button so fucking hard.
Right. Hey man, this could
'Cause
mean
those-
the classic characters are coming back too, like ABBA and maybe Zappa, right? And then who's the guy? Who's the guy with the big Slayer, of course? But who's the guy with the big sword? I forget his name. He's he's an old dude with a big sword.
Oh yeah, we're talking about the old man that holds it like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a big ass like kitchen knife. It's pretty much a big ass kitchen
it's a
knife.
chopping kitchen knife. Yeah, that guy could make it back in there too, possibly. But Slayer would be great. I know. I want to see Slayer. Slayer is really cool. Venom will be nice, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like when I was talking to my friends after Bridget was announced, it's like you don't have Venom, we don't have Slayer, we don't even have Johnny. And then one of my friends brought up Jam. I was like, oh no, she can stay over there. He's like, but why?
Jam would be pretty cool, but yeah, it'd be pretty cool. I mean, we do have one melee fighter, which is Giovanna, so that serves that purpose, I guess. But people love Jam because she like stacks up shit and she does rekkas too and all that stuff. So, but
sorry. Segue. The old man you're talking about, his name is Cliff.
Cliff.
With a K.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, old man with big ass sword.
I'm a little disappointed-ish about the season 2 roadmap. There's no hints or any talk about insta kills yet.
Oh yeah, you're right. I mean,
that is a part of Guilty Gear, which was its charm. Which it took one new DLC game of XR, right?
I think so.
Finally get. So maybe that's what they're gonna do with Stripe. They're gonna make.
I think
they're gonna Stripe XL XX3.
Yeah, like some ridiculous name. They'll probably like have the insta kill as the mechanic to make it in there, along with maybe couple other small mechanics that'll like make it balancing. Not to mention, yeah. So that'll hopefully happen, right? But maybe after season 2, we'll see that that big update, and then that'll be like where Slayer and maybe Johnny and all the classic characters people would like to see, Dizzy, right? Would make it in there too, because that it'll give all the more incentive to buy that new update.
Dizzy's not in the game. Thought she was.
No, she's not in the game, dude. Where you been, man? Are you looking at Rift 2?
You know what? This universe sucks. I'm gonna go to 856.
Yeah. No, Dizzy's not in there either. So they're saving all the popular characters for that big update. I think that's what pretty much is gonna happen. Yeah, I think that's gonna happen. So I think what this patch is gonna do is bring in all the older characters like Bridget, ABBA, Zappa, and then whoever else, like the big guy, the Cliff, right, and then maybe other or another like obscure character from the old Guilty Gear days.
From the olden days.
I
mean, that's. I mean, if they really want, I don't know if this will turn heads, but if they bring back this one character as part of the season 2, a lot of people might have the same reaction of why. I say that because she was also one of my favorites to play because she was just stupid. Is Justice, but in game canon, she is dead.
She's like
She is
dead-ish. Yeah, she's dead.
Yeah, she's dead.
Essentially
So
dead. Yeah.
to bring Justice back, will kind of like flip flop. I mean, not flip flop. We'll flip Guilty Gear lore, going like, wait, how are you alive?
Right. And you also have to expect for when it comes, let's just say Strive 2. When Strive 2 comes out, there's gonna be another story, like another story chapter, like a big story update. So there's probably gonna be like another like lore dump on things, and that could be where Justice comes back for some godly odd reason. I don't know, God knows what, or not to mention Soul Bad Guy, because he's currently powerless right now. He might get his powers back. That probably would happen. I'm not too sure, so don't quote me on that, but that probably could happen. Because, like, if we're gonna have another Guilty Gear, like a brand new Guilty Gear somewhere deep into, I don't know, PS6 or something like that generation, it ain't gonna make sense for Soul Bad Guy to come back, because he doesn't have powers. So he's gonna have his powers back. You can't have a Guilty Gear without Soul Bad Guy. That's Daisuke's character right there, essentially.
Unless
he has a son, but
I don't think Soul likes anybody.
Did you not see what happened in the story? Anyway, sorry about that, guys. Another technical difficulty, which is OBS crashing, because likely window capture, because I don't do window capture during my streams, so I think we can narrow it down to window capture having issues on OBS. But thankfully we are streaming, not recording locally, so if we recorded locally, that would have been a corrupted file and that would have been lost. So that's why we do streaming here onto a Heidi account. So yeah, so we're back for Guilty Gear. We're talking about Guilty Gear stuff, like what was it? We're talking about how, like, Soul Bad Guy, if he got his power, or he has to get his powers back, because you can't have a new Guilty Gear game without Soul Bad Guy. So I think somewhere at that point where Guilty Gear Strive 2 comes up, he might get his powers back somehow, like with some Guilty Gear hoopla lore stuff. I don't know. Because where the story left off, well, from what I know, because I know I haven't watched the other one yet. I haven't watched another story. I think that's what it's called. Soul Bad Guy, spoilers. Soul Bad Guy lost his powers, but he's living with Arya / Jacko. Because yeah, he lives with her, so they are together now. So he has a love life. So he's living it pretty good. He's a scientist. I think he's like, some sort of doctor or scientist or something like that. Because he had like a lab coat on, so I'm not too sure what that's supposed to mean. So I don't know. We'll see where the story goes, man. But I do have to catch up on the story, so we'll find out soon enough, I guess. But for now, welcome back, Bridget. She looks really good. And yes, she's a she now. So I like her outfit, like the hoodie thing, mixing with the nun stuff, right? I think it's a really nice look on her. Especially her like intro and her victory screen stuff. It looks pretty good. So this is her victory screen stuff. Yep, so very nice. Very adorable looking, she's been a very popular character for a long time, because well, Bridget was like kind of like designated as like the femboy, right? Because Bridget was a boy who dresses like a girl in order for her local village like superstition to not happen, I guess. And so she pretends to be a girl, or yeah, he at the time pretends to be a girl. But at this point, with some story stuff, Bridget has come to accept being a girl, I guess. So Bridget is she. So that's how it's pretty much it's gonna go. I mean, I'll probably get like a better context or something like that if I do actually play her arcade mode or whatever it's called. And of all the people who supported it, right, within Guilty Gear, it was Gold Lewis. Gold Lewis was the one who kind of like guided her to like, hey, I mean, you know, it's okay to make these sort of decisions on your own, like this is your choice, you know, blah blah blah, and then you know, that sort of thing. And it's funny enough, Kai Kisuke was sort of involved with that cutscene too, so pretty interesting from a story standpoint. But yeah, either way, Bridges is she, so a lot of like the trans community are pretty happy with that sort of, you know, more of that, you know, representation being a thing, and then, you know, especially starting with Testament, you know, being referred as they. So you know, we have the non-binary sort of representation as well. So now you have the non-binary, and you have the trans representation. So maybe Venom is appropriate time for him to come back too, because he's gay, right? So now you have the male, you know, sort of gay representation. I mean, we've had it, but it's just that it would be nice for him to get an updated look, you know, get some new moves or something like that. You know, get the Strive makeover, right? That'd be pretty cool. And then you have like the badasses like Slayer and Johnny and all that stuff like coming in at some point. And of course you have the fan favorites like Dizzy and Jam and everyone else. So hopefully, you know, Guilty Gear Strive will also be the game that everyone celebrates, right? All the Guilty Gear stuff is celebrated, including these sort of representations inside of things and all that stuff. By the way, Bridget looks good. Welcome back. It's good to see. You know, a lot of people were requesting for this character. Very popular. And yeah, so she's supposed to be like the all-rounder, like pretty friendly to use for beginners, and I think that's pretty nice to have that kind of character. And I've already been seeing kind of cool combos with Bridges, so you know, she doesn't mess around for sure. Even her, in fact, there was a video of her doing like the butt attack or whatever. She uses her butt to hit people, and apparently because she's in the air, I guess, it beats Soul's big command grab super or whatever. So it was like really funny to see just her sticking her ass out and then just avoiding the grab. It's so funny looking. But she can't.
It's okay, because she learned that from a Princess in Pink.
Or from a wrestler. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
or both.
Or both? Yeah. Okay, why not both? But yeah, pretty nice, man. Pretty nice to see Bridget. The nice updated look. So I like the look, the individual like sort of like facial expressions that she does too. Really good job on the animation too. Of course, they've been very much on top of that. All right. That is Bridget right there, and then I think there was some other stuff too. There was like some like updates. I think it was like fixing the loading times. I think that's just kind of like the word on the street anyway. But I think that's what's been happening essentially. Anyway, I think that's it for all the big news. Yeah, so there were some other old games getting rollback netcode as well, but I think it's from SNK. I'm not too sure, but we know for sure that Grand Blue Versus unfortunately is not getting rollback netcode, and that's a tragedy of itself. So hopefully, eventually, that can happen, because if Dragon Ball Fighterz is getting rollback netcode, you would think that Grand Blue Versus would get one too, but I think that would have to fall into the decision of Cygames. I think Cygames has to be aware of like, oh, okay, so if you are going to give this game an update like that, then you know, you gotta convince us to make sure this is gonna be working. It's gonna be, you know, representing our game right. You know, because this is their IP. You know, so this is their, you know, it represents them in a way, so obviously you want to make sure it goes right, you know. And then if Dragon Ball Fighterz rollback does really well, I think that's like a leverage for Granblue Versus to get their rollback, their turn to get rollback. Hopefully, that's hopefully the idea anyway. We'll see. We shall see. But meanwhile, there's some other stuff to kind of wrap up EVO. Or help wrap up this. Whoa, okay, hold on. All right. Fucking yeah, gotta thank the comments for that one. God damn it, man. I was trying to like show that tweet and then the fucking comments, man. I love Twitter, right? Jesus Christ. But what I wanted is, I'm gonna read it off to the side. I'm gonna read it off to the side. That really sucks. Because I can't show that tweet. I'll just show it off here. On my other computer, not the... Not on here, obviously. But it is from Pokimane. Actually, could I just, like, block it? I could. I could, huh? I could just block this. Okay, here we go. And then... let me turn off this first, just to make sure. And then... we'll check that. Okay, that worked. Okay. Okay, that worked. All right. Let me see. Let me turn that back on OBS. All right, here we go. So, after that little bump on the road, let's just say, Pokimane, pretty much essentially the person who owns EVO with her company, came out and said on her Twitter saying, FGC is one of the most wholesome and welcoming communities I've come across in all my years of gaming. Thank you for an amazing EVO. And then you have Alex Myers, you know, another person from the FGC, taking a picture with Pokimane, man. That's actually really cool. Not to mention, I want to bring up Justin Wong's picture. That's actually kind of like wholesome looking. Justin Wong also took a picture with her. Let me see. That was from another one. Wait, is that? No, that's the cosplayer.
Is that her? Nope.
Nope. That's a cosplayer playing as, oh, this is the picture with Idom, because Idom got second place, and so he felt really bad, so he bought him a drink or something like that, or he bought him drinks. I'm not too sure. He bought him something. Where?
He bought him a brand new car.
Okay, I wouldn't go that far, but
with his Oprah money, I don't know.
Oh, Justin Wong wants to play Dragon Ball Fighterz because it's getting rollback, man. See, you see how many people want to play it with rollback, man? That's really damning. Oh, there you go. There's Pokimane and Justin Wong. Look at that. Pretty nice.
I just wish they did the meme.
Oh, yeah, that'd be really funny. That originally came from Daigo, right? Because Daigo took a picture with the Chun-Li, and then the Chun-Li wanted to do this, and he's like, I think it was.
Or to break the curse, like Justin's like, she's not gonna do it. You just see Justin's face going like, you broke the curse.
Let's go, Justin. Oh no! Oh man! Oh shit! I think that's how it went. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show.
Yep.
Before that bump.
You wanted to show that.
Yes, before the bump on the road happened.
We are very. This is a Christian, I cannot finish that.
With the straight,
really,
you can't finish that with a straight face. No way. Okay, so there's one last tweet for to wrap up this EVO bit here. So it says here from EVO, the official EVO Twitter. EVO 2022 has come to a close. Thank you for all our participants, viewers, and partners who have made EVO's return in person competition unforgettable. Join us again at EVO Japan, March 31st to April 2nd of 2023. So yes, EVO Japan is coming back in the spring of next year. So obviously, I think the last time we had EVO Japan was during like July. It was like early July or late December or something like that. I think that's like that time window. But because that's probably a bad time to do it, because like, or it is a bad time because a lot of people get sick, you know, and especially with, you know, COVID still being pretty bad right now. Even in, at this time, I imagine that could still become a bad thing during this coming winter. So it is, you know, it was pretty good of them to, you know, move it all the way to March. And so hopefully by that time things are still looking good enough to have EVO Japan. So any comments on EVO Japan? Any hopes or anything? Any comments?
Okay, you said hope. So I'm gonna bring my hope super high. So when it doesn't happen, it crashes and makes a crater. EVO Japan, give us a teaser to Marvel vs. Capcom 4. Put it up there. Put my expectation way up there. Way up there, Morty. Put it way up there.
I mean, I as much as I like that, I mean, I don't think 2023.
I mean, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, I'll be like,
EVO Japan is not going to be the place to do it, though. Like, they have to do that at E3 or EVO. Here,
EVO or the Video Game Awards.
That too, yeah, that too. A lot of eyes on that award show.
I mean, if they did it at the Video Game Awards, I think once it announced and, you know, the camera cuts back to Jeff Keighley, he's just gonna be on the ground like catching his breath, going like, "Woo!"
Yeah.
It's like, "Sir, are you okay?" No.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have that Capcom presents Marvel Comics. Oh man, that voice too, like from Marvel 3. You gotta have that same voice. I like that one.
Or from Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
That too. That would be instant, like just dopamine and the just like explosion of just excitement. People tweeting, "Oh my god, yo, let's fucking go!" You know,
when's Marvel? Yeah. It's now.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
I mean, but you know, like again, if like a teaser, like as you said, it just says the voice just says Capcom presents Marvel Comics, and that's all we hear. And probably, you know, the number 4, because I'm one of the few, or there could be more. I don't count Marvel Infinite as Marvel vs. Capcom 4.
Oh,
I
hell
count
no.
it as a
spin-off,
a branch, like a spin-off, Dave. Like, you go over there. Which again, do I regret? Do I regret spending $200? Do I regret? No.
I mean, you got the figures at least.
And if for the chat, if you're wondering what happened to the Easter eggs, what Easter eggs?
Did you actually throw them away?
They're gone. I kept the batteries.
You should have kept the eggs, man. You gotta keep it. You gotta keep it for the memes, man.
No.
Yeah. Oh, you should have kept it. No. I mean, you should put it in storage, but not throw them away. Not in the garbage.
I was like.
I hope you're kidding, man. Oh, come on, bruh.
Hey, I saved the batteries. Batteries cost a lot.
Ah, man.
Don't judge me.
Oh, man. Should have kept it for the memes, man.
Yeah, the memes was when Kate kept ask for like what, a week at most. So Zawa, how's those Easter eggs? It's like
yeah,
gotta.
yeah. Hey, but you got the figures, man. What was it? It was Iron Man, Ryu, Mega Man X, and
no,
Chun-Li.
it was Iron Man, Chun-Li, Captain Marvel.
Oh, was it Captain Marvel? Oh, I thought Ryu was in there. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. See,
Oh, yeah, that's
it was
right. Because
Iron
that would
Man,
be that would be 3 Capcom characters. One. Okay,
yeah,
that would make
Iron Man.
You're right. You're right.
X,
Mm-hmm.
and then Chun-Li and Captain Marvel are like
Yeah.
over there,
Yeah.
chilling by my
AC.
AC,
Yeah.
ACDC.
Yep. There was one more thing I almost forgot. And it was pretty fucking important. And I did say it earlier. Tekken. Tekken. I can't believe I didn't make a tab for this, but Tekken came out with the a teaser. It just said get ready with Kazuya. That smile on his face. I'll bring it up. Because why not? New Tekken 2022. I guess we can do where's the we'll do GameSpot. Fuck it.
GameSpot much better than
IGN.
IGN.
Are they? I don't know.
He's like, yeah.
Yep. And then checks off his dad. And then yep, there you go. That's all we got. It was just a little tiny teaser.
And again, I do love the meme that came out of that
Oh yeah.
announcement.
A lot of memes came
With
out of that.
Harada.
Mhm.
Harada comes in, drops
Oh,
a small hint of
it was Harada comes in, shakes the commentators, doesn't explain the teaser, walks off. Walks off.
and I'm like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
That's pretty much what happened, yeah. I want to see, hold on. Oh, there you go. This is the whole thing. So hold on.
Whew, PS1 graphics.
Yes. Old memories.
Like you, just looking at that just sprout some gray hairs already.
Mm-hmm.
Steve,
Look, there you go.
Steve, let's go! Let's go!
And there's Harada.
Oh my god!
And look at Harada.
I shake her
He's shaking. He's shaking Rip.
This is ridiculous!
Shaking all of them.
Look at that. They have their own little like mosh pit.
Is it real? Where's everything? This one, that one, that one.
And they just walk off.
How did you
Just walk off.
He's like, my job here is done.
Yep.
And it's like you didn't do anything. I did enough.
Yep. He was basically Tuxedo Mask in that whole thing.
I shake Harada!
Fucking Harada, dude, man.
Hey, we're not gonna fight! This is ridiculous! It's pandemonium!
What kind of mask is he wearing?
Is that real?
Anyway,
Is that
it's like
real?
it looks like it's worn backwards, but
Where's everything?
or reverse. But I guess
This
not.
one, that one, that one.
Look at fucking Mark, man. It's fucking hilarious.
Markman is like he's gone.
Yeah, he just
His
shades.
body and his body and soul went into the ether.
Yep. More like he got ripped out of his body because of fucking Rod and Michael Murphy, man. Pretty funny. And he just walk off like nothing happened.
Like Harada's like, and I'm done.
Yep. Yep, and that's it. That's all they got, man. That's what Tekken fans all they got, man. No rollback, no nothing. But hey, I mean, hopefully the new game has rollback. That's the one thing we can hopefully count on. So that is for realsies it for EVO. Great, good shit, man. Good shit. So hopefully, we'll see more of that next year. EVO Japan, that's the next one, man. So, that is it on that one.
EVO Japan, we will see more Harada shaking people.
Oh, I hope so, man, because fucking they gotta talk about Tekken by then, right? So, whatever that new game is. Well, maybe they'll talk about it at Tokyo Game Show, maybe. I don't know. I don't know when they'll fully reveal it, now that I think about it. Okay, let's give a quick little update for this situation, which is TwitchCon. TwitchCon actually went out and said, hey, we updated our health guidelines, so you gotta wear your mask and have proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test at the time you enter the door. So it is essentially the same shit with AX of 2022. Same exact shit. It should have been like this for the beginning. I don't know why they do this kind of stuff. Like, I don't know what they're doing other than trying to get like some free marketing or whatever. Like maybe they did this on purpose just to like get more eyes on the fucking con or whatever, the convention.
Get more venue or
yeah,
like more like it's right now. It sounds like they're just doing this to just make a big loud voice, and then when everyone starts complaining, it's like, oh no, we got it all in control. Here you guys go.
See, we're listening to you. We're listening. We're listening to
it's
the
like, why are you mad at us?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's like, seriously?
And of course, this sparked a bit of controversy with the Twitch community, because like some of the big Twitch streamers are like, oh, we gotta wear masks, like why, and blah 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 and whatever. So yeah, so it kind of like exposes who's like, you know, actually caring about the whole pandemic versus who doesn't, and like, you know. And you know, Zawa's just, you know, wrapping up his letter so he can send it to TwitchCon and be like, you should have done this in the first place, man. I mean, what's going on, man?
Yep. My angry letter is done.
Yeah, your angry letter is done. You know, he's gonna send it to Twitch and be like, why'd you do this, man? You should have just said this from the start, and that could have been fine.
Why you do this?
Yeah.
Like, don't you know who I am? Don't you know who I know?
I mean, the reason why, the reason why this is even a controversy in the first place when it comes to people not wanting to wear masks is just it boils down to people don't like being told what to do. They feel like, you know, there's that whole thing where like, oh, it hinders my freedom. It's just simple as like, they don't like being told like that. They don't want rules. They just want to do whatever they want and don't care about the dangers of, you know, which sucks, because this is coming from this is coming from me who lost his dad to the virus, on top of his like health too. But it's like all the more damning that, yeah, I mean, you gotta be careful, man. You gotta be careful, not for yourself, but like people around you, man. Like, you never know where it goes.
It's that old saying. It's not they won't care until it affects them. Then
for sure. Like now they get a reality check, you know, it's that sort of thing. But you know, because it doesn't happen to them, they just think, oh, it's just fine, it's whatever, you know, it's just a virus, it's like the flu, oh, it's like the cold or whatever, you know. I mean, that's just how it goes. I mean, people just don't know until it hits them, until they lose something, right? That's just how the world works, unfortunately, in the reality of things. Ideally, obviously, people should just be careful just because, but, you know, there are a lot of things of why, but that's just simply put, you know, like, just people don't like being told what to do, and they just don't have, they don't have, like, the perspective of, you know, people losing their peeps and family members and loved ones to something like this, you know, or even like you know, a friend that lost their, you know, like their grandfather or their, you know, their senior folks to such a situation like this. So that's the kind of that's just how people are. Those are when people make comments like that, they're likely just don't know. Like, they just have no idea. They don't know anyone who lost people like that. Or they've been through like stuff like that. Maybe they hear from like other streamers or other people on Twitter, but that's not the same. Once you know it from a friend directly, especially from a close friend, or you're a victim of loss yourself, then it really starts to like, it really gives you that reality check. It gives you a completely different perspective. So, of course, someone like me is not gonna be going there in the first place, right? I've never been to a TwitchCon, and I really don't care. But especially with this situation, it gives less incentive for me to go. I don't want to be in crowds right now. Even with the masking and stuff like that, I just don't want to go in general. So. But yeah, I mean, hey, TwitchCon is still going, I guess. It's still a thing. They updated their policies and blah blah blah, so I guess it's something, but at the same time, it shouldn't have happened in the first place. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's more ways than one to get word on the street that, hey, TwitchCon is coming back. Like, like have streamers promote your con themselves, right? Like, and now, will it cost you money? Yeah, sure. But, I mean, doing something like this probably costs no money. But you're playing with their reputation, man. It's like, ugh. All this, like, social media stunt bullshit. I don't know. If you don't have any more comments, you can definitely move on. Okay. We're good. I hate seeing threads like that. It really honestly just better for someone like me to like not even look at them. And especially and that's like my tip for anyone who has been through like the similar thing, right? People who are lost to the virus like that. If you know someone or you are someone who lost someone to the virus like that, definitely best not to look at those comments, man. It sucks. It fucking sucks. Alrighty. Well, at least TwitchCon is telling you to wear a mask, so it's all good. All right. So now it's like all like little tidbits of news. We'll like just kind of touch upon it here and there. So we'll try to be quick about it ish, with the exception of Splatoon 3, because there is something to talk about. When it comes to games news, there was a tweet regarding the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, coming from just a ordinary person called on Twitter on Pokemon. This tweet comes from the Aura Guardian, and he says, or this person says, for people complaining about Koraidon running instead of using the wheels on its body, the wheels on Koraidon can't move yet, and after thousands of years, evolution kicks in, Koraidon's body changes enough to where the wheels do move and be used for travel. Adaption. That's the tweet. So, I think even here, this is a screenshot from the official website for Koraidon. Sprinting build Koraidon. It may look like a motorcycle, but it uses its powerful legs to run all fours. I think that's from the official website. And of course, you have Miraidon, which is a full-on motorcycle at this point. So even with the rocky little boosters and stuff like that too. So giving off more of that futuristic sort of look to it. I mean, it's a nice perspective. I mean, that's one way to think of it. I'm still disappointed that they don't spin. That's what I'm gonna say. What about you?
Very irritated. It doesn't spin.
Sorry, what? You're like speaking
I
softly.
say very irritated that it doesn't spin.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, there could have been a better way to go about it, I felt, but I don't know. Wasn't the wheel invented like long time ago? You know, so they could at least play around with that. I don't know. But hey, I mean, it is one perspective or one way to look at it. So that's not thought I'd bring it up. All right, now we can bring up Splatoon 3. There was a direct for Splatoon 3, and I'm not gonna go over every little thing, but I do want to bring up at least one thing. And let me like bring up all the notes and stuff like that from Nebelian and also from Nintendo Everything. So with Nebelian, kind of did a TLDR-ish. There is a mini game within that called Table Turf Battle. It's like a card game-ish. You basically are playing Splatoon but with cards. So you kind of see like the area and like you gotta cover your turf with your ink color. But you're doing it with cards instead of like the with guns as usual. This is just a mini game, of course. So it's not too deep, I don't think. And what the cards look like. It's kind of like a parody of you know, all those TCGs and stuff like that. But there is the story mode, of course, for Splatoon 3. Here's some screenshots for it. You can definitely see Callie and Mari still in there. And there's some level design or new levels. Pretty cool. I always like the campaign modes for Splatoon. They've been pretty fun. It's also a great way to like get to know the game, get the feel of it. Not only that, we have Amiibos coming, which look really good. I think these are like the upscaled Amiibos, so they'll probably cost like $16.99, I believe. I like the one in the middle. I like the Splatana, which is basically like a Splatoon sword, another melee weapon. You can even like do like a slash that can like pretty much kill in one hit if you can charge it up all the way and sneak up on people. So it's pretty disgusting if you can land those hits, of course. And of course, you can like throw projectiles. So it's kind of like you're kind of like Virgil, I guess, almost, kind of. There's of course there's DLC along the way and with the story and stuff like that. And then here's the new like idol group or whatever that they always had. Like, so in the beginning there was Callie and Mari, and then Splatoon 2 there was Pearl and Marina, and now we have this group right here called Deep Cut, featuring Fry on the right, Shiver on the blue, and then the Manta Ray in the back is Big Man or whatever I think it's called, a Big Boy, Big Man. I think that's his name. Let me see. I think. Oh, what the happened? Well, anyway, yeah, that's like another shot of him. They're pretty neat. Oh, whoops. There we go. Yep, it is Big Man. Okay, so you can see the names right there. I like Shiver though. But Fry looks pretty cute. They're making fun of her forehead right now. That's like the meme on Splatoon.
That's not Fry. That's not a guy from
Futurama.
Futurama.
Yep. But this time around, one of the different things that you can look forward to is the Splatfest, which is basically like a voter thing, right? You can pick like ketchup versus mayonnaise or something like that, right? I think that was like one of the battles. And it's like for fun. You can pick a side, and whoever gets the most wins, that will win, right? That faction will win for I think it was like for the week or something like that. You know, it's like those kind of battles. But now with this, not only there's, well, it's not just 2 teams, it's now 3 teams. which is actually kind of wild. So basically, the winning team, I guess, will always be in the middle, right, of each match, and then the other teams will be on the other side, and they'll like try to like stuff the essentially like bottleneck the first place team. I guess that's the idea of it anyway. But we'll have to see how that goes, and they'll have to like balance it and fix it here and there. So that is going to be pretty interesting, actually. But I feel like it's going to be pretty finicky depending on the stages. But we'll have to wait and see. Anything else from Rebellion? He like kind of covers the basics, but one important thing that I do want to bring up. I have to like bring it up again. Hold on, I have to get another link. Give me a second here. I think it's this one. Oh no! Wait. Oh, there we go. Let me see. Yeah, they show you like a bunch of new weapons, new like special weapons, new special moves. The way you can do your perks now, and like outfits, how you get your outfits and guns. But there is one important feature that I wanted to bring up. Hold on, I think it's coming up here.
Now, let's talk about the features within the lobby.
Okay.
This is the test range. Try out and get comfy with your weapons here.
I think it's after this one.
Besides being able to practice whenever you want,
now you have a crossbow in the game
too.
too.
To get all warmed up while waiting for rivals to join a battle. Next up, ghosts. Online friends will appear as 3D holograms. Drop in on friends in the midst of battle and play alongside them. You can also join up and start a battle on the same team.
That is the key feature that people have been waiting for, especially all the Splatoon players. Previously, you could join the same lobby as your friends, but it'll never guarantee to put you on the same team, which was always fucking annoying me. Because I want to play with my friends, right? Simple as that. But it never happens, like even like 50% of the time. So that was always very annoying. Like, it does that Nintendo thing where it's like very ass backwards of trying to play with your friends, right? It's always such a headache. And the only time you could do that is during either Splatfest, and also you have to like complete a bunch of like ranked stuff, like ranked mode, just to be able to even have the right to play with your friends, which was another fucking detriment for Splatoon 2. I did it, but it was like a fucking headache getting there because it was, there's a bunch of tryhards in ranked mode. You know how that goes. Just to be able to play with your friends, like, dude, come on. But now here, I'm gonna play that line again. That's very important for someone like me.
Drop in on friends in the midst of battle and play alongside them. You can also join up and start a battle on the same team.
Yeah, so from what it sounds like too, you can like make your own. You can like make your lobby and then make it so that your friends can just join in on you, like with your friends, like on the same team. I think also
you'll be able to see what your friends are up to.
See what, and then so from what that looks like to me, is that you can just now have set up a lobby or set up a team, with your friends, like right off the start. So you're guaranteed to play with your friends all the fucking time. You would think that would be a basic feature they would get down by the second game, but no, man, they always just, I don't know, they always fall on their face or something like that. Like it's like someone got the alley-oop and then they just like, I don't know, they either completely missed the ball or just like boom, they just just like slap the ball away or something, somehow. So that's very important. And finally, it seems like it's finally coming here. So this is probably going to be hopefully the Splatoon game that I'm going to be sticking with for a very long time. Because now, hey, I'm guaranteed to play with my friends. That's awesome. Problem is that it should have been a thing from a long time ago. That's kind of like my 2 cents on that. But it's here. Hopefully it will function okay.
It appears that you can also call out to friends in the lobby and invite them for battles. Why not
That too,
see
yeah.
these features for yourself? This is where you can view battle replays.
And there's like a bunch of like cool features, like you can save replays just like in Call of Duty. Like it'll have like a cloud save, and it'll like have like a bunch of replays for you to check out and make compilations. That'd be pretty cool, right? That's a nice way to
It appears that it can
store all your like data and stuff like that without having to have too much data, because I think it's all in the cloud. So whenever you want to pinpoint and pick your highlights and stuff like that, you just record that part and then put it on YouTube or whatever. That's pretty nice.
Recent battles.
But any comments so far about Splatoon 3?
I mean, it's as you said, like mostly all of these features they're showing and explaining. It's like, to me, it's like these should have been already implemented into the game of when it was Splatoon 2 already. I guess again, like at the time, they didn't know how to do it.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I think what it was that they were too afraid that they were gonna have like just teams being super dominant and stuff like that, so they didn't want to like have players just complain about, there's too many people who are on teams. I just want to play alone, right? And teams with communication, stuff like that, have a massive advantage. Because to be fair, that happens in Call of Duty. Like that's like your standard go-to like competitive online shooter, right? With team deathmatch and stuff like that. And usually with the team with like with a bunch of mics, and like if they're like in the same like clan tag and like the same team, usually they're more likely to win because of course they have communication. They'll tell you, oh, this guy's around the corner. Oh, this guy is covering this area, right? He's up on this building. Of course they're gonna have an advantage, right? So it's just kind of how it goes. So maybe that was their way of trying to get rid of that, like just that advantage, I guess. But now it's like, well, at this point, people are complaining about it, so I guess might as well just have it. So it's like, yeah, I mean, it's just pretty much is what's going to be happening in Splatoon 3. I hope they don't take those complaints too seriously about, these teams are just dominating and they have communication, blah. Hopefully they don't like go backwards and have like Splatoon 4 being like that same ass fucking game from Splatoon 1 and 2 again. Again, we'll see. But another nice feature here is that Salmon Run, which is like their zombie PvE feature, mode. Previously, it was locked behind a time, right? So, for example, right, you couldn't play the game or you couldn't play Salmon Run anytime you wanted. You have to play, for example, like 5 o'clock or something like that, on this day or on these like days or whatever, on with this map, which is ridiculous. But now with this mode, or this time around, this mode is just out anytime you want. You can play this anytime you feel like it, which is nice. Now, I don't know how they're going to do the map rotations this time around. I think it's the same thing, which is kind of also unfortunate, because I feel like they put out those maps for way too long. Like, I think we're ready to move on after an hour, right? It's kind of like the opposite with Apex Legends. Like, those maps are a little too short for me. Like, those rotations are too short. I feel like they should have those maps out a little longer, especially as a BR, because BR games can take up like 20 minutes. So that means you can only play on that map for like a couple of times. you know. But if when it comes to Splatoon, you're playing just like team deathmatch. You're just playing turf war, right? That's kind of like the team deathmatch of this game, and they don't go by too long. They're pretty quick, depending on you know how good you. No, they usually they like just take up like what 3 minutes or something like that, so it's not too long. So you do that over and over and over again for like what I think it was like 2 hours or something like that. I think it might have been worse, like 3 hours. So that means you're playing on that map for a very long time. So that's yeah, that can get tiresome. So that's why I hope they do the map rotations better. That's my other issue too. But the friends thing, that was my biggest fucking issue, and I'm glad they're like at least trying to address that. And hopefully, if it's still somehow not functional, hopefully they can like fix it along the way. Hopefully that can happen. Again, they talk about all these like little other features that you know, they're cute, they're neat. They got like the photo mode, some other shit like that. They talked about the Amiibos, new idol group, yeah, the Splatfest, which I'll play here. I think this time around, yeah, this is like Japanese / like East Asian themed, which is pretty cool.
I'm sorry, but the manta ray is just making me feel like you're the left shark, aren't you, of this game?
Oh, yeah, the left shark. Yeah. Hey man, how do you think how all the fat rappers feel, man? They can't dance. They can only lean back, like Fat Joe.
But hey, that song was pretty good for its time.
Yeah.
It's been confirmed that Splatfest will make a return. In these events, you pick a team based on the announced theme, then settle the outcome via battle.
Oh yeah, of course. There's gonna be more emotes. It's more modernized.
3 teams to choose from.
This time around, yeah, 3 teams.
Splatfest consists of 2 halves.
Yeah.
In the first half, teams will compete in 4v4 turf war battles. The second half is a tricolored turf war.
Oh, so I see what it is. This is weird. So this is like, so it's 2v, it's 2v4. What? So this is really weird because it's like separated into 2 teams for red, but yellow and blue are still teams of 4. That's really weird.
It's a special mode where, whoa, 3 teams fight at the same time. All players on the team currently in first place.
Oh, so it's still the same team though. Okay, that's really weird. Okay,
2 players each from the second and third place teams will attack.
Oh, wait, so technically it's still the same amount of people. Oh, I see now. Okay. So yeah, okay, so I see what's happening now. So blue and yellow, for example, are just 2-man teams. Okay, I got it. Okay. It's not like I thought it was like 4 people on each team. That would have been insane. Okay, I see what's going on.
Attack the first place team from opposite ends of the stage.
Yeah, that would have been fucking insane. Okay, I see what it is now.
Team defend themselves.
It's still kind of weird though how it's formatted, but
revenge and force them out. Use the Ultra Signal to control the battle and contribute to the Splatfest while working alongside the members of Deep Cut. Okay, we're going to close out this presentation with an announcement from Deep Cut. Take it away.
Yep, there's a Splatana doing its work. This one I didn't really like catch because they're just like, you have to like read your way to it. Oh, I think what this part is just like they're just announcing the demo. Like, so they're gonna have the beta / demo coming pretty soon. I think it's either soon or by the end of August. Oh, let me just fast forward this part. Ah, there you go. So okay, so from August 27th, Saturday, from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., I guess, there will be a demo premiering. So for 12 hours on that day, you can play Splatoon. Try it out. Splatoon 3. So I guess this is going to be the first Splatfest technically. So okay, so this time around it'll have rock, paper, and scissors. So I don't know. I honestly don't know what to pick. I'll just pick whatever the guys want to pick if they want to get it on this demo.
From that angle, the Shiver looks. It's an actress. She loves to have like her hair like that. She almost looks like that.
Are you talking about like a English speaking actress or like from like Japan or something, or who you're referring?
English.
English. Okay.
It's gonna bother me now. But also with her doing the fan slap like this, I was like, okay, all right, you better have the Ojo-sama laugh right now. Do it.
Oh yeah, they're just arguing about rock, paper, scissors, which one is better, you know. Oh yeah, she kind of does she has the hand for it. I'm not sure if she laughs exactly like a Ojo-sama or whatever. I kind of don't like the pose that they do for this time around. It's kind of weird. They're just essentially doing this, right? I don't know. Not as catchy as the one with Pearl and Marina / also Callie and Mari. Not just me.
That's all we have to share today.
Yep, and that's
all, folks.
Yep, that's all, folks. The very last part is just an invitational for PAX West, so that's not much to go off of. But I do like how it's looking. I like the aesthetics, right? I always like that sort of like that urban, cool kids kind of look that they've always had with these like squid kids and stuff like that. Now they have octopus people and like, or the octolings, and then now they have like creatures, right? You know, including like Big Man being a part of it more and more. Like, look at this guy too, Mr. Coco. This is the guy who sells you shoes. It's a big lobster guy, you know, big lobster looking dude. And then that's the another person who sells you like clothes, headwear. They always had these like really creative designs.
This is not couture, a headgear shop.
This guy's always been around. He's like an old character from, I think 2, was it? Either 2 or 1, but yeah.
Around the area.
So I like the look of it. It's always Splatoon, you know, but the features this time around are very much more, like, much more promising. So I would like to once again get my hands on this game like I did with Splatoon 1 and 2, but I've always fell off sooner than I like because of the lacking features. And hopefully, you know, this time around they do get them right. But it is looking more promising. So I do hope for a longer, you know, sort of play time with this game. Again, we'll have to wait and see. So, how do you feel about this game? Like, I know because I know you have not played 1 and 2, but is 3 like changing anything at all for you, or not really? No, okay.
But I'm glad for for all the players of Splatoon finally getting their you know,
the features and stuff. Yeah,
the features that they've been waiting for 3 games, which is like oof.
Yeah. You would think it would be done even by the second game, but no, man. But hey, I mean, funny enough, these are the same devs from Animal Crossing, right? So you think, wow, you know, they left Animal Crossing now to do this, but hey, at least they're doing it right. So I'm glad they're doing it. I'm glad that Animal Crossing is in a pretty good place. I mean, well, I guess what more could you do? I guess for that Animal Crossing at that point, I guess. But at least they're you know, doing this right, so it makes it feel this whole situation all right. But we'll have to see the final results somewhere down the road. I believe the game is coming out in September, like middle of September, or pretty much like less than a month, I think, or more or less a month. So I definitely look forward to it. I do have at least I have a game to play in September. I'll definitely check that out. And hopefully, again, this will be the Splatoon game for me to stick around for a lot longer. And yes, they do have a battle pass, I think. I think they have a battle pass. Just like any other shooter now. Alright, let's quickly talk about this. And I thought that was pretty funny because it's Apex, right? But there is a glitch right now. I don't know if they've patched it out. But characters are coming in with different abilities for some reason. So, for example, this Octane has fuses like ult, and the
I approve
knuckle cluster grenades. Have you run into these glitches at all?
Not yet.
Not yet. But there are videos.
I mean, probably like that's Faka and them might have. But
okay.
For me personally, no.
No, okay. I just think it's hilarious that they have like different abilities, you know, it's like just swapped in with random people. Like, so Octane has Fuse's abilities. It's so funny to look at.
Well, it's Respawn being Respawn.
Yeah, yeah. It's gotta be like that same person who does the coding or something like that, man. It's like there's always something going wrong in these like seasons, you know, like Loba's fucking ring like not working, you know, in the last season. Like, how does that happen? Seriously, you know. Look at that. That's Watson doing Wraith stuff. That's so funny to look at. So technically, in this game, you would have 2 Wraiths. That means you can have more than one set of portals. That would be crazy, you know. And from what I've heard with Vantage is looking pretty disgusting, man. Because you can like, with her ult, you can like pretty much 2-shot people with like, I think it was like blue shields or something like that, or white. Of course, white shields, right? You can like double tap them. When it comes to like purple shields, I don't know about that. It might be like 3 or something like that. But she seems pretty good. From what I've been hearing and what I've been seeing with how Faka is playing. So that's it on that. And then with Fortnite, look at this. It's happening. That's Shenron. Yep.
We're finally having Goku versus
Superman. With guns.
Finally have.
Yep, but with guns.
Goku, I can beat Goku. What can you do? Gun.
Yep. And yes, you do see like the trademarks on the bottom. So you see Bird Studio, Shueisha, and Toei Animation. Previously, it seemed like Toei Animation / Shueisha was like very uptight about like their properties being like being used or whatever in crossovers, but maybe Epic Games just shell out a bunch of money. They're like, ooh, so they just gave them Goku. So it's a matter of time when like Luffy and shit like that are gonna be in Fortnite. Because well, Naruto is different. It's not Shueisha. Well, no, it's not Toei Animation. It's some other studio. It's like Viz Media or something like that. So that's why they got Naruto pretty easily. But here, man, Goku's coming, man. Goku is coming. Watch, it's like not Goku. It's like Launch. Because Launch actually uses guns. Actually be pretty fucking funny.
It's gonna be Launch, Bulma, and oh fuck, what's her name? She's from she's with Emperor Pilaf.
Oh my, yeah.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, actually be pretty cool. I'd be kind of down for that. Not to play it, but just to see it, because it makes more sense. Even like this is like a really like left field or like a long reach, but Captain Yellow, do you remember him? He's like the tiger from the Red Ribbon Army. Like anyone from the Red Ribbon Army would make sense because they all use guns, really.
Well, except for
General Blue. I know. Yeah. I know Blue doesn't, but just for the majority of Red Ribbon Army, they all use guns.
I like it.
Yeah. That would be pretty funny. But I have a good feeling Goku is gonna be in there. Because if Superman's in there, Goku is gonna be in there, man. It's guaranteed. But I
Goku's be like, Goku's be like, "Hi, Clark, ready for round 3?"
Yeah.
No. You'd be like, "No."
And then you
but
do
why?
And then you do all the fucking stupid dance and shit, like the emotes and yeah. Can I see those again? Yep. Plus, well, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have like more than Goku. They're probably gonna have Vegeta, but I hope to see Bulma at least. I hope Bulma makes it in there because that one actually makes sense. Because back in the day, she used guns, especially when she was a teenager. In fact, she blasted Goku with the Uzi or something like that at one point. But
I still remember that one episode with Bulma and Goku. Hey, if you give me that Dragon Ball, I'll let you see what's under here. Why would I want to see your ugly underwear? She's like, it's clean. Like,
yeah.
Like, Bulma,
no,
that's a kid.
but she didn't know she wasn't wearing underwear because remember, like, he took it.
But yeah, when she flipped it, and
Master Roshi was like, "Whoa!" like bloody nose, like everything. She's like, "What?" And then she's like, "Oh my god!" and then she like, I think she blasted him with the Uzi because she was like fucking mad or some shit and been embarrassed. I think that's what happened. But that, in today's standards, that would not fly. That would definitely not fly. So anyway, it is happening.
Oh no. Anyways.
Yeah, anyways. So now we're in the streaming, anime, movies, and that type of stuff news. As we know, at this point, Discovery and HBO, HBO and Warner Brothers. Sorry, Warner Brothers and Discovery are merging, right? And so with that, HBO and Discovery Plus are becoming one. So it makes sense. But now it's official for sure. So it's gonna be a single global brand. They're gonna have all the Discovery stuff and the Warner Brothers and HBO stuff like tied to one. This will happen next summer, and yeah, so it's gonna happen in the US first, and then the rest of the world will get that stuff at some point after US. So with that, you're gonna get sports and some other shit. You'll still have like plenty of options, like the ad-free version, the ad-light version, and then a lot of ads, but it'll come at a cheaper price, I guess. Maybe whenever I come back to HBO Max, I'll do like the ad-light option. But we'll see. And then with that also, yeah, okay, so this is just emphasizing the point. Yeah, they're combining into one service. Yeah, so that's pretty much the gist of it. And then one of the last ones is involving with Bleach. So as you know, Bleach is coming back with a new anime. So it's kind of like a revive of sorts, and they're gonna go with the 1,000-year saga or whatever with the Quincy War. And although oddly enough, they have been acquired by Disney Plus with their streaming license. So that means you're gonna be seeing the anime legally on Disney Plus. If you want to,
this is only happening in Japan for now.
Yeah, this is only for happening. Yeah, in Japan for now. Yes, that's a good.
Because a lot of people right now are freaking out that it's slapped into Disney. It's like, no, it's just Japan. Did you not read?
Yeah.
Because I don't think there is a streaming.
That's a funny.
I want that to actually happen. I want to hear Johnny Young Bosch.
Yeah.
Because the person that made this video almost got it, but there was like one part that made me go like, ooh.
Oh yeah.
Bleach. And you're watching?
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm Ichigo Kurosaki from Bleach. And you're watching Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's a fan thing, so
it's like yes, and then once he said the last name, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, almost got it, but yeah, it's.
I know it's like, you know, it's like you're getting your diploma, and then you hear your name, and then they fuck up your last name, and then you're like, nope, no, run it back. Run it back. Nope.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, this is only in Japan because I don't know if Japan has Crunchyroll or any other like.
Yeah, I don't think they have like a streaming service.
Yeah, anime streaming service.
Everything is just on the TV. Yeah.
Yeah, it's either on TV or it's on Netflix and very few other like Japanese services. I'm not too sure what Japan has, but yeah, Disney Plus is a thing in Japan, so that's why they're probably doing that. So that's why. But yeah, there's like a lot of jokes and memes that Bleach is a part of Disney or something like that, and I think that was pretty funny.
There's also like some of those, again, the ones that didn't really do their research. Disney's gonna cut down the violence. They're gonna touch it. It's like,
yeah, that's not what this is about. Yeah, it's just streaming rights.
It's like. Streaming rights versus production rights. Two different things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why, again, when I saw all of that, I was like, tell me that you didn't read anything without telling me you read anything.
Yep. Yeah, they're worried about the censorship and all this stuff. It's like, I don't think that's how it works in this particular case. If it said Disney bought straight out like the franchise Bleach, and it's like, okay, then it's like,
then you get to worry. But
yeah,
no,
they're just
Japan just doesn't have no like streaming platform, so they I'm guessing they went through all their their partnerships or companies, and probably it was like no, and then that one yes.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, it was Disney Plus because I guess the pitch wasn't
good enough for everyone else.
There.
Yeah. Or it wasn't to their liking for everyone else.
Yeah.
Yep. So is essentially it. There's just streaming rights. There's nothing like big going on with Bleach other than they're just streaming this in Japan. So I'm pretty sure for us it's just gonna be Crunchyroll. So that's pretty much it.
It's either gonna be Crunchyroll because I think Funimation is gone, right?
Yeah, yeah. They merged, but Crunchyroll kind of like pretty much won the coin flip, I guess. So it's gonna be on Crunchyroll.
Which I sorry, little segue. When the whole Funimation thing was, made, a lot of like animes went away from Crunchyroll to go to Funimation.
Yeah.
And then when the merger came, which again is that Thanos meme, is like, you did all of this, and what did it bring you? Back to me. It's like,
yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
And to this, and a little tidbit about Crunchyroll's this past. Hey guys, Crunchyroll was one of those no sites until they got big.
Yeah.
When I say no, it starts with a giant P, which you don't want to be called on the internet. You want to stay hush hush.
Yeah.
Now is my torrent of Godzilla on top done? Just throw that hard T right there.
Yeah.
Like, is my torrent done?
Yep.
Kaza.
It's funny how
is that gray hair?
Yep.
That was a gray hair, kids. I just said the K word.
That's kind of funny how history works, right? When it comes to like certain companies, of how they start and how they wind up, or where they wind up.
Now this one,
yep, with Ben Schwartz announcing it, along with Sonic the movie, Twitter, and all Sega, blah blah blah. They announced the release date for the Sonic 3 movie, so it's gonna be coming out for 2024, I think, December. So we still have a ways away. I actually thought it was like 2023 at first. Like I kind of like misread at first, but I was like, but soon after I was like, oh shit, it's 2024. So there is definitely a plenty of time. So I'm pretty sure like the movie can flourish and be really good, especially in comparison to 2. I really like 2, so hopefully 3 will be something to look forward to, especially with how the end credits were in Sonic 2. And hopefully...
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
That's why a lot of people are kind of pissed off at this earlier. Another movie's coming out in December in 2024.
Oh.
Kind of like roughly in the same week.
Oh, what movie is that?
Avatar 3.
Well,
I know.
We know who's gonna win that. No. we know who's gonna win that one.
Sorry, James Cameron.
Yep. Yeah. If I had to pick one, I'm gonna pick the coolest blue hedgehog there is, man. That's Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm sorry.
Or we can watch both. We'll just do what we did back in the 90s. We watch the movie
and then sneak into the
hide in the bathroom for the next showing, then go back in. Do not do that, kids.
Yeah.
That's bad, but for us...
I mean, if you know like a lot of people who work at that theater, probably will get you in, but for the most part, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
These are the things that were long past. They were fun back then. Because, well, I don't know. Did your movie theaters back in the 90s have like an arcade room?
Yes. We have like a bunch of arcade machines, but yeah, back in the day, but yes, we did.
So like in my theaters back in the day had arcade rooms, so which was weird. It was like off in like a different hallway, like down the hallway, and like in a nook right there.
Mm-hmm.
And the employees would like just come in like every hour, just once, and then go back in, go back to like the stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess they don't really check like, oh, what is your ticket? You know, what movie you're watching? Are you blah blah blah? Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
90s movie theaters were fun.
Yeah.
And they were cheap too, if I recall. Because we had the consolidated theaters, which were like the family cheap one, and then we had the dull ones, which was like the high end. I think our consolidated was like $5 a ticket back then. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Right. Not too sure.
But I'm glad that Sonic 3 and this pose, they better do a lot of homages with the posters.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Can we spoil who might be the villain?
Who might be the villain? I mean, okay, well, I mean, you can take a shot
for the ones
at
I didn't watch.
You can take a shot at it, but yeah, I'm not saying anything.
Well, no, I seen the movie. I saw the curtains. I'm just saying it for like the ones that didn't watch too. Can we spoil who might be quote unquote the villain, or just he has his fur is black and he has red.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's pretty obvious at this point, but like, still, I mean, I prefer not to just straight up say it. But
I thought it would have been another like villain made out of metal, but
right.
I guess, yeah, we could bring him in instead.
Okay, like, because with what's been going on with Jim Carrey, like, I feel like they'll save him for the next movie, because it sounds like they're gonna, if Jim Carrey is still on board with this one, this will be his last, because he wants to retire from acting, take a break at least for acting. So maybe hopefully this will be his like big hurrah, right, for as Dr. Eggman. And whatever happens to Dr. Eggman, I feel like it'd be appropriate to make Metal Sonic to be that villain, or it could be someone else, like another like robot or something, or some shit like that. I don't know.
It's gonna be the two henchmen from the 90s.
I forget their names. God damn it! But like, it's the rooster.
Like, oh god, they're here.
The rooster one, and then there's the guy with the drill. I forget his name. Fuck.
Yeah,
but
he's supposed to be a mole.
The mole robot. Yeah.
But if they do make it into the third movies, I better hear that freaking crow laugh.
Yeah. Also, wonder. Okay, so if they're including, if they are including that character, I wonder if they're gonna include that one villain from Sonic or Shadow the Hedgehog. I'm gonna leave it at that, because that's where he literally comes from. So I'm wondering if they're gonna actually preserve that story to here, right? So I don't know.
What if,
as someone who has played those games,
what if Sonic 3 brought the princess from 06? How many people are just gonna walk out of the theater?
I think that's when Jim Carrey's gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm not interested in this script. I'm out." That's literally what he says, because he says as long as the script is interesting, he's going to play that role. But other than that, I don't think he's gonna do anything else, really. But we'll see. So. All right. So, any other lasting comments or anything to like sprinkle in before we sign out? I think this was a pretty long stream.
It was pretty. Yeah. I guess the final for Sonic, I want to say 4. Make 4 movies and that's it. 3 is kind of like, you know, that good spots too.
Yeah.
But end it on 4, at least 5, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know how long they could keep up with it, but I mean, there is plenty of material, but I don't know how good you can make it out of it. Like at that point, you should probably just make it into a streaming series rather than movies. Then you can kind of like play around with it more. Like you can kind of like honestly like just throw in a bunch of new characters in there and like, or maybe just stuff from the comics. You can probably do something from the comics. Cause there's like whole nother universe with the comics. They could probably like take stuff from there, maybe if they have the right to do so. Which yeah, it would be pretty cool. But yeah, 4 sounds like a pretty good number. Don't want to have it to drag on too much, you know. Have it like wrap up kind of nicely for that universe of Sonic. Yep. So, but we still have 3 to check out. We'll have to wait till what, 2 years, at least 2 years. So we'll have quite a wait. But I'm sure it'll like pay off for sure. Having to wait for that long. And hope to God that Jim Carrey is still Dr. Eggman for that movie at least. So, but yeah. Anyways, on that note, let's wrap up the show. So next time for 200th episode, I don't think we'll have anything special planned. It's just like, hey, it's 200. It's the 200th episode, yay! Maybe like we'll take a look at like our first episode with like us with this face cam, but really that's pretty much it. I don't really think we'll spend too much time with that, but. Yeah, just recall like I don't know something, but like I don't know. Otherwise, we'll do what we do best, is just to talk about shit with games and movies and anything nerd related. So, thank you for all who have been sticking out for this long, and we'll see you hopefully on the next one, which is the 200th one. So, until then, we'll see you. We'll see in the next one. We'll see you there. Take care. Stay safe. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Okay, you can stop biting my foot now.